Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Greetings, humans.
We're Butthole Gab.
What?
I think you said that wrong.
Speak for
Yeah.
yourself. My name is Steve Jarrett. Not that it matters, I
Yay.
just enjoy saying it.
Ah,
My name is...
Steve Jarrett.
God damn it. I never people done to tell the truth forgot the name they were supposed to be.
Oh, yeah.
I am Lance Worthington.
Yeah.
I am Lance Worthington. And it's like, I am... Shit.
I'm shit. They don't have good game shows like that anymore, man.
Do you even have game shows?
Yeah, Martin Short is currently doing the new match game. Please.
I got a question about the old match game.
Fire away.
Did they have like a nap room for all those drunk panelists?
They had their own dressing rooms. They had a lunchroom, and they had lots of alcohol. They said you can always tell the morning shoots from the afternoon shoots because at lunchtime they'd all start drinking and getting drunk, and sometimes they'd bring the booze on the set with them.
On the morning ones, weren't they still drunk from the night before?
Probably the hangovers in the morning, yeah.
Hey, Glenn.
But everybody knows that they, I
Give me a
think pretty much
second.
knows that they filmed 5 episodes a day of Match Game.
Yeah.
Hi, Glenn. How you doing?
Who's Glenn? Oh, in the chat room. I got to open
I believe Glenn is a Transforma fan, even though we're doing it on the BabbleGab. We are doing it on the BabbleGab one tonight, aren't we?
I think so.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, we kind of stopped doing it on the Transforma thing because there really wasn't enough engagement to justify the confusion of splitting the show up. But you are still, of course, welcome to hang with us,
Yeah.
and we can still talk about Transforma stuff. I'm kind of getting into planes now, and I'm going through my reference archives of all the plane pictures I have kind of saved throughout the years. And there's this one that's quite ubiquitous, and I didn't even realize it until this last time when I just started archiving all of them. I have got lots of them of this airplane that kind of looks like a B-25, but it's not. It's a little more square and sleek, and it's called an A-26. It's a Douglas A-26. And so I didn't know nothing about it, but I just kept saving it throughout the years. And I just got a big bunch of them. So I guess that's going to have to be a contender because obviously I like it.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the... if I ever do one for Rob, I think I want to make him... shit.
You're going to make him shit?
No, that's for... I think Terry's already done that. No,
Oh, yeah.
it's... it's a... it's a Lockheed Electra.
Oh, okay.
It was like the first passenger plane, or first one that actually mattered. But it's not big, and I googled. I went, well, how long is that? Because if Rob stands up, he's going to be like the height of that plane. So the Google AI says, like it said it was like 150 feet. I'm like, what? No way. And then I looked. I actually kind of had dug deep and went to a site, and it was like, I think 39 or 49 feet. I'm like, that's a little more rational.
No, that
Yeah,
was
because the AI probably, because they had a turboprop airliner in the late 50s, also called the Electra.
AI is so stupid.
I think it's
can't
pronounced
believe-
Al.
Al, yeah, I can't believe Al's going to take my job, and he's so stupid.
Oh, you haven't been paying attention. That happened long before AI.
I know, yeah, that stupid Al.
Trying to figure out what that bright
Take
line-
my example. I replaced a guy that was probably a lot smarter than I was when I started this job. So, being replaced by an idiot's not new.
That's true.
I'm the idiot that usually replaces people.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is Darren kind of said. I can't turn the sound musician off.
What you mean? You want it off or on?
I want it off. All right.
It's
Well,
weird.
if you hear me going lip smacking and swallowing and all that gross stuff, it's not my fault.
What do you?
It won't
Why
let
I
me
have
turn
it
it
on?
off.
I have it
Well,
on. Do you hear me making all them noises?
You know how
No,
you
I-
turn off a musician?
How do you turn off a musician?
I don't know. That's as far as I got with the joke. I'm still.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it
What?
out.
Yeah.
But what does it say up in the corner? Does it say original sound for musicians?
Yep, and it says on, and the link is totally non-clickable.
You just hit it. You just click it.
I can't. It's totally non-hittable, clickable.
Because I clicked on mine.
Anyway, I only like to do it when I'm actually doing like a Beatles skit with the guitar and stuff. Otherwise, I don't.
Yeah.
People don't need to hear me scratching my butt and everything, picking my nose or whatever. I don't do that stuff. But if I did, I wouldn't want people hearing it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh my.
Or
so
that.
I did do
More Star
I re-
Trek.
Sound like
So
Dan
that
Cozy.
reminded. Yeah.
I released a new song today
Yay.
on the Facebook.
And here it is. No, no.
Yeah, you get a copyright strike on a song that's
Yeah.
not even released yet.
I'd like to do that, play one of Apology None song when we get strikes on there.
Yeah, it's my first ever attempt of sounding like ELO. And when I say ELO, I mean the only ELO that matters is from like about 76.
Oh, from the Disco Very. No, that was Journey.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's 79.
Was Disco Very, was that Journey or was that ELO?
ELO, that was
Okay.
Disco Very was ELO in 79. They never recovered. It never got good again.
Xanadu was okay.
It was better than Disco Very, but not much.
It
They
had
they
Olivia
lost their
Newton-John.
they lost their spark by then.
I thought teaming up with the Xanadu title song with Olivia Newton-John was good.
Okay, I mean they Face of Music, New World Record, and Out of the Blue, 75, 76, and 76. Those are three of the best albums ever made. Period. Pretty much.
One of those have Turned to Stone on it.
Yeah, Out of the Blue.
Yeah.
Out of the Blue was just when it all came together. It was just the whole dang double album was a musical orgasm. It was wonderful.
So you're saying Jeff Lynne had a brain fart with Discovery?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to him.
What songs were on Disco?
Okay.
Disco. Now I'm calling Disco Very.
Last Train to London and Shine a Little Love. I hate
Oh,
those
what's wrong with
songs.
those? Those are okay.
Well, for one thing, Last Train to London. Insert police whistle here. And then he does the Mary Tyler. Love is all around. Why don't you take it? It's like he's not only a stupid disco song, but he's ripping off one of the most popular TV theme songs in history. He just told you can't have it forever. But I got to give him credit because for 3 years, it was amazing.
Well, that's kind of like Donna Summer with MacArthur Park. I know you hate that, but they rip off the theme from Price is Right in the middle of that. I don't know if you've ever.
Well,
paid
technically, the Richard Harris version ripped off the Price is Right theme.
attention. Okay, yeah. Well, then I guess Price is Right ripped off from Richard Harris then, because
Hi, I watch the D words. Unfortunately, we can't, at least for the foreseeable future, we can't put the panel link up here because it wasn't really working out. And then we had somebody a couple weeks ago that kept playing copyrighted music, even though we kept telling the person not to. And it basically, we decided against doing that. But you are welcome to hang around and chat. And if you're really interested in the Transforama stuff and chatting and possibly doing something like that, I am considering. Well, I started a Patreon this week for Transforama, but it's empty. I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm still trying to learn about what to do. But when I get it going, by all means, I would like to have some interactive stuffs. And who knows? I mean, I have no idea what's going to. We might even get our guys here to participate in some of it. So
I'm good at precipitation.
Yeah. So thank you for your interest, and we will figure something out soon. I watch the D Word. You're not the one that requested that Terry Summer transform into a penis, are you?
Oh, he says his name is I Watch Dicks. Okay.
Give her turn of voice.
I didn't want to say it because CNN might do a sound clip of me saying it and just like cut it out.
Turn you into an AI is what they'll do.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of names and new songs, so I got to finish this song, and then my keyboard, my Korg TR that I've had for 17 years or more, flew feed.
No.
And I always liked it because my nickname was TR for many years. So having a Korg TR made sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I was planning on having to go to Jacksonville yesterday on my day off and fart around with keyboards. And I'm looking at them, and they're all like $3,000 to $5,000, $6,000. I'm like, I can't afford that shit, you know. And so I decided, well, you know what? I started looking online, and it's like, well, what does Korg have? They've got to have something that's in this kind of the same evolution as the one I've got. So I guess it's called the Korg Cross, Kross, which is the last letter of my middle name and then my last name. So it even makes more sense than the TR. So that's what I got. I didn't listen to any of the sounds. I just liked the name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. I actually listened to some of the sounds. It's gone a heck of a lot. It's going to run circles around this TR that I've got, I guess. If it's
If it ain't
true
working.
to what I've, huh?
Especially if the old one isn't working, the new one will certainly be better.
It works, but what it does is whatever note I play. Let's say I play an A, I'll go
Good
dong,
country key.
and it'll go ding. It'll do a dong ding. It'll like give me an echo in a different key, and every sound does that on it. And I looked it up how to do the factory reset, and it doesn't work. And I'm like, you know what? It's time for a new one anyway. It's screwed up in a lot of other ways too. So there we go. But I do love it, and it was a very good companion for a lot of albums.
Nice.
Well, 3 albums. 4 albums. How many albums did I do? With Apology None. 1, 2,
All of
3,
them.
4.
Well, you
Yeah,
did-
I did 4.
You did that one called Disco Berry. I'm not going to.
Boy, if I ended up doing disco, this come over and shoot me. You've got my permission. And Jeff should have said that to one of the band members, you know, but
Disco was pretty impressive. It did all that damage. It only lasted like 2 years or so, didn't it?
it's because
Well, it
people
seems like
Steve
forever.
It's because Steve keeps it alive by playing it every day.
I haven't. Now, Tony could probably testify to this. I don't think I've played that much disco lately. I think I played I Will Survive a couple of days. On Friday, I played.
Well, that's an okay song.
Yeah.
There's certain songs I actually kind of like, but I don't know if they're really disco. They're more like kind of a funk. I like Everyone's a Wiener.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you for liking my new song. She's the only one that commented on it, even though Tony just shared it. He said that the share button wasn't there.
The Sunny one is there, but not the Share one.
Yeah.
You gotta love
It's
stupid jokes.
too soon, Steve.
What? Sunny and Share?
Well, yeah, he flew feed.
What, like 30 years ago?
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
My mom didn't believe me because the Kennedy guy, he had just floofied a couple days before, hitting a tree on the. There was a big news that he skied into a tree. I said, "Did you hear Sonny Bono floofied?" And she's like, "How?" I said, "He skied in a tree." And she's like, "Oh, stop!" And she smacked me, and I'm like, "No, it really happened." And then she saw on the news that it happened. And
Well,
then she unslapped me.
there is a bad announcement I saw this morning. I was talking about it on the morning show this morning.
Uh-oh.
That looks like they're going to reboot Bewitched. That's what I thought.
Who watches TV anyway? It's like, what's the point?
It's all money laundering now.
They're
It's money
talking about it's going to be an hour-long comedy / drama. I'm like, seriously?
A dramedy.
Let me guess. It's going to be
Dromedary.
Will Smith and Pinkett.
No, they did that already with that stupid ass movie.
No, that was Will
No, that
Ferrell.
wasn't the Will. So one of them Wills. I don't know.
I call him Will Sterile.
Oh well, hi Claudine, and happy birthday again. That was a
Happy
fun.
birthday.
That was fun.
We'll probably get a copyright strike if I play Happy Birthday too. So
Well, we sing it.
No, that
let's-
finally
hey,
they
let's-
finally made that PD.
Hey, can we
that was-
sing happy birthday for Claudine?
yeah.
Ready? 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
This guy's
Happy birthday, dear Claudine. Happy birthday to you.
We
I
should
didn't
be.
know how to sing.
That was really good, guys. I'm
Remind me not
impressed.
to ever have a birthday.
I thought you knew how to sing.
For us guys that say we're singers, that really sucked.
Oh, here we go. We'll try this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Now you gotta sing
Happy
it.
birthday, dear Claudine. Happy birthday to you.
I'm
Is that
thinking
better?
like John and Paul.
Okay. Happy birthday to. Need the guitar, John. Hang on. Give me a second here.
I didn't know it was going to be a big major production. Happy birthday to you from American Top 40.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claudine. Oh, that sounded bad. Let me do it, Paul. No, it's
Thank-
give me.
Hi, Kendra.
Oh, hi, Kendra.
Hello.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
That was pretty
That's
freaky.
Steve's new dog.
Anyway, hi Kendra, hi Wendy. We've got look through the magic mirror. We've got Kendra, we've got Wendy, we've got Glenn, and we've got iWatch.
D's.
Yeah, watch your D's and P's.
I was thinking, if Elizabeth Montgomery was still around, her screen name would be I Work with Dicks.
Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna do this. I think Darren and I were teasing. I haven't got the nerve that I got to put it on Facebook just to put like 6 different famous guys with the name Dick. I'd had Dick York and our Uncle Dick. I'd have some of these different, and I just had got bored, so I put up some dick pics. But I knowing me, I don't think I want to say the word. I just want to put it up and see if people, because that could. Our kind of our sort of friend Travis, he made some stupid joke and got permanently banned from Facebook over a stupid joke, and he told me what the joke was, and it's like that wasn't even offensive. And I mean, I don't want that to happen.
Why not put all these pictures of different people named Dick up and call them my dick pic? What's wrong with that? It's true.
Well, friggin' what's his name? The famous guitar guy had his only hit was My Ding-a-Ling.
Oh,
Yeah,
Chuck
yeah.
Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Berry had so many iconic songs
Oh, yeah.
that influenced so many rockers from that era, and it's
Didn't
like his
he-
only #1 hit. He was singing about his tallywhacker.
Yeah, like Johnny B. Good. That should have been #1. That was a good one.
I don't know.
He didn't pay Casey Kasem. Slipping that envelope.
I was about to
cash.
say it was
Yeah,
all payola back then, and he
Yeah.
didn't. I guess he didn't have the payola.
Hi, Chuck. Casey here. Listen, I got your last payment, and I don't think that there was enough in there, so we're going to have to go ahead and put Ding-a-ling at number 1. I'm sorry, that's just the way the ball bounces.
That was the state's going to sue you. No, was it Alan Freed who actually, his career absolutely came to an end because there was a bail accusation?
Oh, he finally got caught. Yeah.
Well, this was back in the 50s, so finally, I mean, the thing had already just started.
Oh. I mean, it was a, what song? It was either "Come Sail Away" or it was one of those songs. And the record company said this is going to be a number 1 hit, and they just go so like Tommy Shaw, they go to the DJs, giving them bags of cocaine and everything else, and it like became number 1. But that's what they said. This one's going to be number 1. We're going to do this and that, and so it had a lot to do with just that kind of thing. It didn't have anything to do with the merit of the song.
That reminds me of a Memory Lane theme I thought about doing, but I probably have to skip. Songs with "come" in the title.
Come on, Mike. Oh, that's disgusting.
So,
Come over, Eileen.
yeah.
Now speaking of getting sued, I don't know if Barry Manilow is going to sue Timmy for saying swung.
Swan. Oh.
I write the swungs.
Oh, does he say that in there?
I don't think so. He's got kind of a Jewish accent, that guy.
Yeah.
I can't even play a parody of a song on here. That sucks. Well, I could, but they'd still,
I think we had more. We had more freedom, I think, when we did this on the Face album book.
Yeah.
Though it seems like we had got in trouble there once, didn't we?
I don't remember.
Maybe not.
On the wrong channel of the audio, I got played all kinds of clips.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't Facebook. It was just. I guess it's YouTube that they're always nabbing us for something.
Well, no, it's gotten worse because they've got Al Gore's got his new rhythm, and because in the old days I could play, I played all kinds of stuff, and nobody said a word, but for a little while, for a few months, a couple of years ago, at work, TV on, I would get these notices on the Facebook says, "Oh, we had to mute part of your show because there was copyrighted music," and it's like, excuse you?
On TV on? You didn't play any music,
We don't
did
even
you?
have the capability of playing. Actually, the soundboard that I does have a little USB slot for for MP3s or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. It doesn't go over the air.
Love you too and miss you too, Kendra. She made sure that she says, "Hi, Daddy, I love you and miss you, and Uncle Tim, I love and miss you. Happy birthday."
Got stuck.
And then stupid talk to text, not got stuck, got Chuck. You know what?
Yeah, it's his birthday, isn't it?
Is today God's Chuck's birthday?
Yep.
Is it?
Good old got stuck. Happy birthday, dear got stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
normally
why
I
he's
shows up.
Why are you doing? No, what do you? Well, that's not that kind of. No, it's
Not a salute.
What, this?
no behind you.
So I was driving.
Oh, that.
I was driving to
Oh, you know
church.
why it does that automatically?
Oh, when you raise it. Oh, when you, oh.
Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
recognize that Hebrew thing that Nimoy came up with.
I just realized her hand raises in there.
So I was driving the truck to church, and I tried to honk at a squirrel to get it out of the way. And I was, instead of hitting the horn button, I hit another button on the steering wheel. And all of a sudden this OnStar shit came on.
Oh,
And it was like, tell us what you would like to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to turn it off. Tell us what we'd like. It won't come up. And it said it again. It's a stupid, irritating female voice. And I said, fuck off. And it said, now calling Travis Goss. I'm like, ah! I had to stop and turn off the truck and everything else and restart. Oh, that was pissed me off.
There's a thing on the bottom of the screen, Tony, that says lower your hand or something.
shit. But didn't you have?
Hand to a friend.
Yeah. Didn't you have? Or it might have been some other DJ who had recordings from GM OnStar, like real conversations.
Oh yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those left anymore. I even made one up myself.
Yeah.
This is Gina from OnStar. Yeah.
Do
That's
it in your
typical.
do it in your Truman Capote voice. I like that.
Oh, thank you for calling OnStar. Is this what's? Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Truman Capote is the medic EMH.
Yeah, do that. What is your
Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
Now, which cartoon was that? It talked like that.
That was Droopy.
Ruby down.
Also, Bad Luck Schlep Rock on Pebble and Bam Bam. Wowsy, terrible day, isn't it, Pebbles?
How come when Bam Bam grew up, he didn't have any superpowers?
I
anymore,
know.
like he did
That
when he
was,
a kid?
maybe he finally got laid or something. It just drained his powers.
Could be. That was when I remember that episode.
And you remember, who did the
Oh,
voice
that's
of Pebbles in that show?
Yeah, that Fatty Boom Balatti from All in the Family.
Yeah, Sally Struthers.
Yeah,
Somebody posted a picture of her from back in the day, and I think she was sitting with some other celebrity. I forgot she was that good looking.
Oh,
yeah, she was in the
hot.
early seasons. They all look. I mean, even Mary Tyler Moore looked good looking in the first season of her show.
Yeah. Mary
I
Tyler
don't know
Moore
what
seemed
happened
a
to
bit
him.
anemic or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's that women's lib thing they got into where she had to get a page boy haircut and she just she couldn't look sexy anymore. It was wearing the pantsuits and I don't know.
She was hot on the Dick Van Dyke show, even for being in black and white.
Hell yeah.
She was really good looking in that show. Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, the Mary Tyler Moore show wasn't that long after it was, about 4 years.
Was
It
it
just
4
seemed
years?
like forever. The style-wise, it was like decades.
Yeah, but not her. She still looked like she could have.
Yeah.
If she put on the capri pants, she'd have been Laura again. But then, like a few years later, she wasn't good looking at all. But that was her fault. She just, why they make themselves ugly on purpose when they're pretty.
Maybe when they think they're a big celebrity, they ain't got to worry about it no more.
Well, look at Vicki Lawrence. She always put on that big gray wig.
Oh, yeah.
She was a good-looking woman, and she'd make herself look like she's in her 80s.
She still puts on the mama bit sometimes once in a while.
Yeah, but she didn't have to use makeup anymore.
Yeah.
Well, she did the mama bit as a photo op in that
Did
comic.
she put on the
Con
gray
last
wig
year.
and dress and everything?
Yeah, but we didn't do the photo op thing. I took a
so
selfie with her, and
But she got dressed up as mama there.
just for the photo ops.
Oh,
that people
good.
paid. But if you take a selfie at her booth, she was just in her regular clothes.
So did she do her mama's voice and everything too?
She didn't need to. She just sounded like her.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because when I told her about her song, and that my mom had that night the lights went out in Georgia, and I told her, you know what? It's taken me nearly all my life to try to figure out what was going on in that song. And she goes, me too. So that was when she said that, Kristen McNichol, I'm glad she's 2 booths down because she did a made-for-TV movie about it. And I want to ask her what the heck was going on in that song. So I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
I remember the flag 'em down where she does
Flag 'em
mama's
down.
voice. Right
Yeah.
there, mama's voice.
But the Mama's Family on the Carol Burnett show was more tedious, and it was like almost unfunny. It was almost more like a drama.
Well, they said they took the mama skits really serious. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
great, for a comedy?
On Movie Chat, someone that claimed to be Harvey Korman's kid or a very close relative said he hated doing that bit.
Well,
That, and there was no Tim Conway to make him do that fake laugh. Don't get me on that again.
Tim Conway did the infamous elephant story.
Yeah.
Remember
Which I didn't find funny at all. I think you just had to be drunk or on drugs like they were, probably. I'm not saying, don't sue me. I'm just saying a lot of people in Hollywood
You know, Dick Van Dyke
They
is
wouldn't be
always-
able to laugh at that unless you're on drugs or drinking.
Yeah,
That's how much
exactly. Dick Van Dyke was in that episode with the elephant story. And as funny man as he is, he should have been able to keep it together. But he was over there laughing like a 2-year-old, you know.
Well, I figured since everybody else did, he figured, why would he have to hold back?
Yeah.
Well, from what
Because
I
once
understand,
Corman starts cracking up, then the rest of them, the
Oh,
shots.
there's another Dick pic
Worked
for you,
anyway.
Dick Van Dyke.
well, for what I would have put Dick Van Dyke, like Dick York. My Uncle Dick would have had to been in there. But
Dick Sargent.
Dick Van Patten. But no, so what I understand is they taped 2 shows a night. They did the same show over again. And the first time they did it according to the script, and the second time Tim Conway would start improving. And I think by that time they were probably all drunk. So
Right.
there you have it. I said
Well,
probably.
They said that they would get notes from the director for the second run, and Vicky got the notes. All it said was, "The elephant story will be different. Good luck." And so Vicky decided she's going to get him back. And after he goes to the whole elephant thing again, everybody's laughing. I don't know if you caught what she said.
No, because whenever somebody said, it's like, I don't know about Darren, he's kind of a movie buff. And I don't like TV shows and movies because the last thing the person says before the credits roll is always a mumble. And I can never figure out what the F anybody said for the last thing, the punchline of the whole thing. It's like, you go through all this and at the end he's like, and everybody's like, ah! I'm like, what? And that's everything.
Man,
So no, I probably didn't understand what she said.
well, her thing was that she told her husband, she said she's going to do this and get it back. After he goes to the spiel, everybody's laughing, and they try and collect themselves and get on with. They're playing password on the show, and Carol looks over as Eunice and says, "Okay, Mama," and she said, "You sure that little asshole's done?" And everybody loses it.
So is that the one that made the cut?
Yeah, well, no, that part got cut out, I'm sure. But you sure that little asshole's finished? So I don't know how they
She
cleaned it
gave me the stink eye when I mentioned that thing about Harvey Korman.
But, I'm always they're busting up and laughing.
And that was a compliment. I just thanked her for not busting up and keeping it straight.
Oh, she busted up a couple of times. There's some bloopers with her losing it. But not as bad as Harvey and Tim.
I just think that it was very kind of patronizing or whatever for the audience. I don't know. It's just like, okay, this isn't very funny, but you're supposed to laugh here. It was
On the
almost
other
like
hand, that was just showing how much they enjoyed doing the show, and I think that was part of the appeal that
you
everybody.
should at least give the audience the same drugs or liquor that they're doing. That's all I'm saying, and the TV audience. Anyway,
A lot of the bust ups made it to air. So,
see, I take a special drug that makes me funny, and the problem is, it's like on the Wednesday morning I crash and I'm totally unfunny because of it. And the people at work, they ask how I'm doing, and I'm like, fuck off. And then they start laughing because they say it's uncharacteristic of me, and I tell them, you're not supposed to laugh. I'm not supposed to be funny now. It didn't really happen.
yeah.
I drink
That
some
reminds me
stuff
of
that
that.
makes other people funny.
Do what?
Oh, drugs that make other people fun. Oh, you take drugs to make other.
Well, I drink stuff.
You'd say you drink stuff.
Oh, okay. Coffee is the only thing I drink 24/7. Good stuff.
So last Friday, I'm doing my swing time, right? Outside. And it was kind of wasn't a warm day. So I go out. I'm like, well, how am I going to have to bundle up? I go out. It's not too bad. Sun's still out. So I go out in my pajama pants and I think a pair of socks and just maybe a sweater. But then for too long, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to grab another pair of socks over this and to put, and it's kept going on where I had two pajama pants on. I had like a coat over the sweater. And as the night started, it was getting dark. I've got gloves on and I'm like, boy, you know, it's barely November. It's going to be a long winter if I'm, you know, it's probably 60 degrees. It's going to be a long winter if I'm wussing out already and having to dress up like this.
We'll get used to it.
So anyway, about, I don't know, I go in, look at the weather. It's in the high 40s. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
okay. That's why I was cold. So it made me feel better that I'm not going crazy, that it actually was cold. So there you go. So I went to buy some warm stuff off Amazon. And I was looking at getting on those heated clothes. And I got to thinking, I don't want some cheap Chinese thing that's going to possibly blow up on me. You know?
Well, you definitely don't want a smart one that's hooked up to the internet. So if the internet goes down, it cooks you. Did you hear about that?
No.
No, there's this like super duper bed that's like an internet bed, and it's temperature controlled and all that crap. And there was an internet outage, and the damn bed decided, oh, gee, there's no internet. I better turn the heat on full blast.
Oh no.
Did it actually melt the bed, or was it just all the way up that it would go?
It was, yeah, but I mean, it's just people were.
Well, because somebody was. I was looking at the reviews for some jacket that was heated or something, and someone said they loved it and they took it on a camping trip, and then when they were on their way home, they had it packed with all their other stuff, and when they got home, it had melted. It melted the jacket. So I'm just like, I think I'm just going to get another pair of long johns and some stuff like that.
Wait, Long John's in Florida?
Damn straight.
Wow.
It gets cold up here, Steve.
And you're only 4 hours away from me.
Yeah, but it makes a difference. Like I said, it got into the 40s Friday night. It was in the 40s this morning. It was like 46 this morning.
Oldest it got here was so far like 60. No, wait, the other morning it did get like 57. That's right.
Seems like it, I'm probably 10 degrees colder than you in the winter. And then if we go up to like Macon or Central Georgia, they're probably 10 degrees colder than we are,
Yeah.
By the time you get to where I don't think anyone cares what people that far north, what goes on there.
By the time we were living in Georgia, we just left. We had gone back up in January to get the kids, and we were hurrying to get there and get out because it was supposed to snow that night.
Yeah, I got caught in the middle of a blizzard right in the smack dab downtown Atlanta about 8 years ago. So speaking of up north, did that communist guy win?
I don't think.
Well, that's right.
I haven't heard.
Probably.
Up where?
Yours?
Hmm?
In New York, the
Oh.
mayor is like a communist. And everyone's thinking that he's going to win, or they kept saying he's going to win. So I don't know.
And he's actually a communist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing it down now, but
Well,
yeah.
wouldn't surprise me if Democrats voted for him.
I was just thinking about it. I voted for a guy that promised to give us game shows. And he didn't come through. This was like second grade.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I learned, well, politicians, you can't really trust their promises.
Yeah, I think in first grade we had a ballot for the school. It was a Ford and Carter were doing the president race.
Or he did
And
a mock election.
Yeah, but it was when the election was really happening. So I voted for Ford because that's what my mom drove.
Oh, I voted for Carter because our family was all Democrats.
Mm.
That was probably the last time. And of
Yeah, I
course,
don't think.
I was like 9.
Yeah.
Actually, Kiana out in Colorado, it's so screwed up. Um, they registered her to all the seniors to vote, and she actually got a ballot in the mail before she was even 18.
Really?
Yep.
I have to
Figures.
go. I have to go help a certain 4-year-old. Give me a couple of minutes.
All right.
Guy behind you is fairly two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Kind of guessing he's kind of like the old Office paperclip before Office was invented.
Yeah. Either that or the dude is like really, really drunk and he's
Yeah.
seeing little cartoon guys walking around on his desk.
He was eating mushrooms he found out in the garden. His wife's like, only eat the ones in the fridge.
Yeah.
Pretty decent animation.
Yeah.
Pretty
Have some
fluid.
owls.
Oh, now it's rocking.
Hey, Darren, did you give me, you know, in that box that you gave me, the plastic box that you gave me when you first moved in?
Yeah.
Is there a notepad of all of Putt's drawings?
Was there?
It looks like it. I'm trying to, because they weren't my drawings. It didn't look like your style. I could only think they were Putt drawings.
Oh, it might have been.
But anyway, it's good to have.
Did
Maybe
it have like lyrics on it and stuff?
I don't remember seeing lyrics, but it had a lot of. It almost looked like some of it was kind of comic strippy, you know, like different segments of people beating each other up and stuff.
Oh, I might have seen it and just thought I didn't draw that. It must be Tim's.
Nope, it wasn't mine. So I can only think. I'll show it to you next time I do the webcam thing.
Cool.
I'll keep it out. Also,
Oh, go ahead.
Darren gave me a box of model planes that are still in the boxes. They are still like factory, and this would interest you, Tony. They're all. I think most of them are TWA, but they're all from the 50s and 60s, early 60s. I'll show you those too. They're kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told Tim I had some models. And he was like, "Fuck you! I hate models. I don't want any."
Yeah, I
models."
got to
Yeah.
think. I'm sorry about that. When you said models, it brought back bad memories of just all the models that I had that were terrible. And it was not that your models would be terrible, but it just like you know what it was is when you said that, I just thought there would be nowhere to put them. You know what? I mean, it's like you saw my drum room. That's all filled to the brim with those little cars, and that's why. So I wasn't trying to be mean. When you said you want models, I'm like, the first thing I was thinking, there'd be nowhere I could put them. That's
And
all
I
I was
thought,
thinking.
and I thought, well, he might be wrong, so I'm going to show him to him anyway.
Oh, thank you, because I was wrong. I definitely like those. It's just well, they're good because I can't display them. I'll just have to put them away and just have them. But they are cool. I will do a show and tell with them. But thank you
There was
for second guessing my judgment.
No worries. We were going through my grandpa's books, decluttering before the move, and he had all sorts of books on jet engine repair and how aerodynamics works and all that stuff, and like notebooks of just his notes from when he was going to school doing it. And he had beautiful handwriting.
Lloyd did?
But yeah, but I'm like, I got to throw these away. There's no point in hauling them around. So I'm throwing them away, and there was a little leather-bound book, and I threw it away, and then Kiana just picked it up out of the trash and looked at it, and she says, "This is a Porsche repair manual." So I went over and grabbed it, and sure enough, it was old, like from the 60s, but it was, I think it was Chilton or one of those companies, and they had a big page, like a full page apology. It's like, "We are so sorry and we hope you're not offended, but the center section in color shows common workings of all engines, including, and unfortunately, the engines depicted are water cooled. And we just apologize if you're offended by this. And if you'd like, you can rip these pages out. Anyway, it was amusing, so I kept that.
It's funny. Well, sometimes it's those things that the little sentimental and personal things are the most important papers and books you could possibly have.
Yeah.
Let's see. My mom's paper dolls there's a box of those. Oh, and you had a couple things like 4-year-olds, like they color things with crayons and stuff. Like this is kind of neat. This doesn't look like something I did though. I don't remember this, and it was my mom's. She must have done it when she was 4 or something, and my grandma held on to it. So those are neat. I'd never really seen mom, because our mom was a good artist. She just never realized it. She doodled when she was on the phone. And her doodles got pretty amazing. These very intricate, diamonds inside of stars and different designs. And I don't know if I kept a single one of them. And I should have kept all of them because they were really neat. She didn't even know she did them. I just destroy things when I'm on the phone.
I just twiddle my thumbs.
Oh, I know I'll find something and I'll just start twiddling with it until I break it accidentally. And that's what I do. What about the pencils like in school that had the teeth marks in them? What are people doing? I don't know if I've ever put a pencil in my mouth. Maybe I did.
Well,
and I don't.
Do you remember in middle school when you had to amputate a limb from some kid? You put a pencil in their mouth so that they wouldn't.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
why so that they wouldn't bite you or something. I guess
They got rid of that
So they
jungle
wouldn't bite
gym.
their tongue.
Yeah, they got rid
Yeah,
of
but
that
you don't
jungle
care
gym.
about their tongue. You're cutting off their limbs.
Yeah.
Tongue's the least of their problems.
No, they got
Not
rid of that
really.
apparatus.
The what?
I said they got rid of that apparatus, at East Ridge, the one that caused all the amputations and stuff.
Oh,
I liked it, although I do remember falling off of that thing and blood was just running down my face, the side of my face. I was always getting hurt. It was funny.
I was in charge of the pig, and then the teachers made fun of me because of that.
What? It's their pig.
Yeah. I don't know why we had a pig. It wasn't like we were rural or anything.
Oh, they had a farm. They had horses and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a farm right by the playground, so the goats would eat our tests and our homework. Yeah, it was a neat farm. It was neat, kind of having horses right there at the school and stuff.
And Putt lived across the street from it.
From the school?
Yeah, from Eastridge. That's
Didn't
where he
know that.
grew up.
Did he go to Eastridge?
I don't think so. I think he moved there after elementary school.
Damn, I was about to say we sure missed out on some memories we could have shared if that was the case, but I guess it
Yeah,
wasn't.
I don't think it was the same time.
Eastridge was kind of cool. They had this big library in the center of the school that had steps at the end that went to a stage, and in the middle of the library there was this. I don't know what it was. It was a giant fish, or it was some kind of big creature that you could go inside its mouth, and there were like places to sit and read books inside of it. You remember that?
Vaguely.
Um,
So I've got a dining room, a dedicated dining room. So I got a big table to put in there. But I'm like 90% to the point where I'm going to put a whole bunch of bookshelves in there too and keep my books in there. Because I don't have anywhere else. And it's not ideal for a dining room, but it's my house. And I'm going to put books there.
Boy, look how I repurpose my rooms here,
Yeah.
Josh was like, well, I don't know if it was Gracie, which one was Josh's room? I'm like, you're soaking in it. That would have been funnier if there was a flood, but then there's nothing funny about that. I was looking at my notes.
Go ahead.
Okay, I've got. Well, I'll wait for Ghostcock if he ever shows up.
Yeah, no.
So I just realized tomorrow is Wednesday. I've been waiting for Wednesday all week long because that's trash day. Moving in, we have a lot of extra trash. So when we finally get caught up and on a regular schedule, I'll be happy.
Trash talk.
Yep.
You're just talking trash.
Yep.
Well, I'm proud to announce I did trash today.
Yay!
What,
You went to the
put on
Sugar
some
Shack?
trash?
Yeah.
I went to the Sugar Shack.
Put on some trash. Put on some sugar.
I hate that song. I absolutely hate it.
I played it Friday, I think. Or did I play it on Memory Lane? I forget. I don't know.
Hate
Sometimes
the
I
way
forget
he
what show I'm doing. Huh?
The way he sings it, it's bad enough.
And here's a clip. No, I'm kidding you.
Oh, there's a cute little diner with sugar on the door. I like to get on all fours and lick the floor. Lick, lick, lick. I just hate that song.
Do, 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 do. Oh, my.
1963.
Oh, I remember that. I still have that, too. Oh, that's funny. I don't know. We did that a long time ago, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah, you actually played that on your show.
Accidentally.
Did I? Oh, wow. It is still here. Holy cow. And I wanted Darren would get it.
I think Darren's smart enough to get it.
All right, this is, see if you get this.
1963.
I remember where I wasn't when that happened.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
In fact, one of the few funny things Saturday Night Live, I think it was them that did it. They had where they were interviewing college students. Or where were you when you found out about Kennedy assassination? And she's like, "Oh, I was in school. Oh, yeah, I was in history class." And they go into another guy. So when did you first hear it? He's like, "Oh, just a few minutes ago when you all told me about it." And they went to the next guy. Where were you when President Kennedy was shot? He's like, President Kennedy was shot.
A little behind the times, I guess.
Well, that was humor.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of
I'm
funny.
Humor.
back when the Onion was. Oh crap! I probably should have researched this. Back when the Onion was funny, they had an article. Who was the guy that did the "I'm trying to get to Mexico" song?
Freddie Robbins?
Got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. Ride like the
Oh,
wind.
Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like in the early 2000s. Christopher Cross finally makes it to Mexico.
He was on a sailboat, so it took him forever. It's like going to the desert in a sailboat.
And he got
'Cause all
caught
the-
between the moon and New York City.
Yeah. Because all Christopher Cross's songs were about sailboats, weren't they?
Seems like it. I've always been. I never liked that term yacht rock. I always thought that was a stupid term.
Yeah, I didn't like
Better
it.
than Snot Rock.
Well, it's just, but what it doesn't describe anything. It's like what if you listen to soft rock, that means you're a super rich.
Yeah.
It's like 0.1% of people are rich enough to have a yacht. So I don't understand. I just don't understand it. I mean, for it to be funny or descriptive, it's got to kind of make sense.
Yeah, they were advertising yacht rock stations, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
It's supposed to be just like it's supposed to be just 70s soft rock music. England Dan and John Ford Coley, that kind of thing. Well,
Well, if you were listening to music in the 70s, you're probably old now, and old boomers are all rich. So there you go.
Yeah, right.
Well,
I never got, issued the Harley and the RV and the toy hauler. That's what the thing. I mean, if I ever hit the lottery and I ever buy like, off-road vehicles, and I ever had a need for something called a toy hauler, I would just have to go to the place and say, I need one of those things where you carry like for, oh, you mean a toy? Just don't say that. Just stop it.
Yeah, that's what that's what my trailer was called that I rented for from the U-Haul.
so is a toy hauler technically, is that like a black box on wheels? Is that like the covered
It pretty much looks like a camper trailer, but there's nothing inside, and there's a big door in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, mine was, my trailer was just a flatbed trailer, but that's what they called it. Good times.
That was the first time my Silverado ever towed a trailer.
Oh, cool. I was thinking if
worked
I
pretty
ever have
good.
to tow the Porsche again, I might just rent a little trailer, one of the two-wheel deals, dollies, and see if we can pull it behind your truck.
Yeah, I'm sure we could do that.
Yeah.
What is that behind you, Tony? What is?
So do you think Renee will you get him to help you with your car, or is he too old?
I don't know if he's interested, so that's okay.
Sounded like he was interested in helping you.
Maybe, yeah. He's pretty busy.
Yeah, trying
He
to
was
figure out
pretty, he
those
was
drums.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He had a health problem. He was in the hospital a lot, like this last year or something, because he looked a little more feeble than I'm used to seeing him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've kind of decided not to do that whole health problem thing.
Yeah.
I advise against it. Unless you're one of those people that do it for sympathy like Steve.
Yep.
Indeed.
Indeed. See, I can't even try a Truman Capote. That's what's good, is we're good at doing voices that the others aren't good at.
I wasn't even trying to do Truman Capote then. I just, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bag a big old bear. That's one
No,
of
when you did Truman Capote as Casey Kasem a couple weeks ago, that made it onto our Precious Moments timeline.
Hello again and welcome to American Top 40. Or was I doing Casey as?
When you did it the other time, it was perfect. So,
Well, it's like that phrase, I'm going to pee, get some coffee, be right back. I haven't been able to say it the right way when I very first said it.
want to get you, that character voice in one of the Transforma things.
I don't know if I'd be able to duplicate it. You talking about the Casey / Truman Capote?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be Casey, but
Just like this.
you know what? I'll let you hear, or I'll try to put it in the next Precious Moments. But you don't watch them anyway. But I was I was just saying, if you saw that, you would be able to at least see what I'm talking about and work from there.
Yeah, I watch more than you think. I just sometimes forget to comment or like them.
Well, Darren and I, we did a whole marathon. We watched the whole set, all 18 episodes. I don't even think I watched them all the way through before.
Yeah.
A lot of
Putt
putting
was
on
in some
those.
of them,
Yeah, he was in all. He was in probably most of them.
Yeah. Did you get the one when I was just thinking about it? Did you get the one when we were up in Georgia and we had just moved up there and I joined BabbleGab on my phone? We were going through a drive-through, and I don't know if you remember that or not.
Was it funny?
I don't know. It was kind of crazy. We had me and Vicky and the two kids in the back seat, and I just thought it was kind of chaotic. Maybe it wasn't funny. I just remember
I don't remember it, Steve. My timeline for the Precious Moments right now is over 9 hours.
Oh, wow.
I've got a lot of stuff. We could, over this past 4 or 5 years we've done this. So, I I saw a Facebook memory pop up when we were testing out BabbleGab, and it was from like 2018.
Well,
So we've really been trying this for quite a while now.
has it been that long since we did the wrong channel?
No, we did our last wrong channel in 21. It was the putt Halloween episode we did, where we went down the sewer and follow the sewer drain out to the swamp.
Okay.
We always do these interesting things on the Halloween episodes, and they're never funny.
Yeah.
Or should I say they're never? Some of them are funny. They're just never scary like we want them to be.
I think we just had too high expectation for, and we just didn't relax. We were trying too hard, I think.
No, we don't try hard enough. We just end up being ourselves, and we kind of forget to be scary.
I guess there's more than to be scary than just.
Ah!
That sounded like that God thing on Star Trek V.
It's like the toilet.
I liked that movie. On YouTube, did you see, Darren, on YouTube, somebody took excerpts from Star Trek V and put a laugh track to it?
I didn't see that. That'd be funny.
And it was funny. It was. I don't. I think the reason why that's my favorite Star Trek film is because I'm not a Trekkie, and I just saw it as entertainment. And I'm not. It's expectations. I didn't have these high expectations for it to be this ultimate Star Trek story. It was just. It was funny to me. I mean, when they're when Kirk and Spock are on the elevator, and Spock's like, after they did their camping thing, he's like, Kirk's like, "Whew, I need a shower," and Spock's like, "Yes."
Yes.
I just
There's another one that nobody catches, but William Shatner let his own personality come out when he's talking on the bridge of the Enterprise to Starfleet. This is right before they go get sent to look for God or whatever. And the Admiral says, "I need James Kirk." And he looks away at camera and he just goes, "Oh, please." I don't know if anybody ever caught that or not.
Well, what about when he's on the screen? Captain Kirk's on the screen and he's yelling at them this and that, and he's like blah 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 blah, and they're like blah blah, and finally he opens the door. It turns out it was just a window to the door.
That was on Airplane too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kind of making they were making fun of the doors on there. They would go shh, shh on Airplane.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. If we ever do a new Star Trek thing, we need to have the doors actually say that. Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, we probably should have done it then. We just didn't think about it. It wasn't until the YouTube closed captioning said it.
Yeah.
Oh, we still need to. We got to get together and do these director commentaries for those.
We've been saying that for
apologizations.
years now.
But I want to really do it.
Yeah. Well, we need to get the picture, where we can still be on the screen and the video showing really good and everything. Are you talking about live or just record?
Oh, we will record it ahead of time and do it right.
Okay.
And and Allie is okay with doing it with Molly.
Oh, okay.
Because Saturdalia, we got to have both of them, Benita. I'm a little worried about Molly just not letting anyone get a word in. Because she does. Is the term "eat the scenery"? What is the term? I don't know.
Chew the scenery.
Chew the scenery. I'm not sure what it means, but
She's just one that likes to talk,
Yeah, but
Molly, if you're out there, we love you, honey.
yeah, get your help. Get on here.
Yeah, where you at?
We've tried to get her on the show as a we'd love to have her as a regular.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
like
I send her the link every week.
You got to threaten her. That's how that always works.
the only dose of Molly I ever get is that thing she made for me. That's why I listen to Steve Jarrett.
Darren saw a little bit of Molly in the precious moment. When she went in with no sound.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
She was more entertaining without sound. He saw the Queen of Space where Terry Summer was in a cartoon in her world.
Mm-hmm.
That actually turned out pretty good.
But I was going to say something. I forgot.
Well, don't do that.
I mean, my age.
AIDS.
Yeah, my AIDS. Yeah. No. Oh, I know. What I'm saying. It's Molly. When I first saw her, it's like the voice didn't match up with the face what I was expecting. You know.
Well, she always used Velma from Scooby Doo as her avatar, so I kind of pictured some kind of more heavy set person.
I mean, she's pretty, but
She is pretty. Kendra said, speaking of sentimental things, I have a grandma's big giant family book that she has of her dad, who was the train station master. I have that book with me. Oh, neat.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good. Hang on to that. I'm all about that stuff. I'm a sentimental fool. Speaking of Molly, I made her into that airplane in a Transforama.
I remember that. Yeah.
And that was her request. Because I said, because the Transforma crowd wanted to see her do another Spurculoosal ad.
I was sitting there trying to think, what was that? A Spurculoosal. That was it.
Because Steve did his Casey voice as the
Chinese person. I can't even say it now. Gee. Spurculosa.
Now in a child-friendly cab.
Yeah.
But yeah, ask your mailman if Spurculoosal is right for you. You did great on those. People love those. Yeah, the whale one was the first. It was really popular. And then people wanted more. Molly, people want more. What do you want to be next time? And she wanted to be a Constellation Lockheed TWA jet. Because
what was Spurculoosal? Was that she turned into a whale or an airplane? I forget.
The first one was a whale. The second one was the TWA plane because her dad worked for TWA. And then the third one was a pro stock like GTO car. They were all pretty good.
You got to transfer. You got Virginia out of Transforma Hearse into something. That'd be funny.
We'll at least get her in there.
Oh hell!
Yeah, we can at least get her in there and as a.
I don't know if Darren's ever heard Virginia.
You didn't just fart, did you?
That's what she said.
Yeah, because he watched with Kendra. He watched Last Page of Summer again, and she's the one that slapped when Terry was naked in the boutique. She smacked him on the butt.
Yeah. All hands on deck.
Yeah.
Did you see what Kendra wrote about the Grandma's Big Giant Book?
Yeah, we just said it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you just said you were talking about Transforma, not that. So.
Well, we talked about the book like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
We were younger back then.
Yeah. Now I am working on one with Stacy. It's going to be Stacy's first transformation. I've always kept her out of it. I mean, she's been an extra in them, kind of cheering on, because I didn't want to transform everybody. But we did put up a poll, and people said that they wanted to see her do it, and so.
I was thinking about putting up a poll in my office.
I did pole dancing classes. I can help you with pole dancing if you're interested in it. But
cool.
So I'm going to do one of her becoming a Maserati MC20. You ever hear of that? It's basically the Maserati kind of supercar. I guess it's one of those high end. It's like thousands of dollars if you wanted to buy one. So I'm doing it because everybody wants kind of a slower one like that one, the horror one. So I'm going to do it that way to give them something like that. But I want to make it funny, and I don't know how to make it funny. The only thing I know is she's willingly doing it because we're like trying to get volunteer Tracy or whatever to do, because we want to do a car from the future. And I actually have Karen doing her saying, I'll do it. And we're just like all in shock. We're like, what? So she's like all for it, which is going to be like kind of a twist. But I still want to make it funny because they all have a punchline. So if you can help me come up with a punchline, that would be fun. So if she's like this supercar, this thing, I don't know where to go from there. Huh?
I only do the front half of jokes.
Yeah, me too. I've only got the front half of it. Well, we'll
My front
figure out
half is a
something.
joke.
That,
Which they said.
there's a reoccurring thing I think would be funny to do with these girls that become these like very fast cars as they don't know how to drive themselves and always end up cracking up. But I don't know if I want to do that for her first time. But I don't know. Maybe whatever's funny.
I've had a soundbite here for years, and I can't remember what bit it was from. It was with Allison, and I can't remember what bit it was we were doing. See if this recognize this from anything.
How would you like your poop?
How would you like your what?
Poop.
How would you like your poop?
Who said that?
That was Allie.
That was Allie?
Yeah, she was doing some snooty, like, rich person.
How would you like your poop?
When did she do that?
I don't
That's
know.
what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know where I got the soundbite from. I've had it for years, and I'm like, what the hell?
Well, do you ever use it like randomly after a stupid song?
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
was,
here.
that was Donna Summer on American Top 40.
How would
No,
you like your poop?
No, it'd have to be like a serious song, like
Oh,
what was that one that puts us to sleep? That first time I saw your face.
oh,
Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack, yeah.
Now here's Roberta Flack with the first time I ever saw your face. How would you like your poop?
How would you like your poop?
Oh, I have an idea for the way to end it. We're all ready to go for a ride, you dig, and she doesn't know how to unlock her doors.
Ah.
Yeah.
We're all trying to get in, and we can't.
And the last
figure
scene,
it-
you got a coat hanger and you're trying to fool with it.
I like that, Tony. That's funny. Yeah,
Remember
and
those
that's. I
days?
think that'll work. That should work. What?
So I remember those days.
Yep.
Kind of weird. The cars got changed so that wouldn't work anymore. Right around the time they got rid of metal coat hangers,
Ah.
so it all worked out.
Yeah.
Now, John, Big John at Treble Clef, I took that my little car. I took it up to Jacksonville to see them, and I think it was the only time in my life that I ever locked myself out of the car. And I could not get, John. I don't know how he did it because it's one of those little the lock button is a sideways one, like they are in the new cars. And I don't know how but he got the coat hanger in there, and it took a while. It took about 20 minutes. He got the damn thing. He got it open. We saved about $100 in locksmith money with that. So, oh, by the way, Darren, if you're available Saturday, Treble Clef guys are coming over, and they'd like to see you again. Because
cool.
the last time they saw you was when Rod was giving me a lap dance at my bachelor party. That was a long time ago.
Wait,
that
some
your
dude was giving you a
bachelor
lap
party?
dance?
Yeah, Rod, our sound guy. Do what?
Was I at your bachelor party?
Yeah, you were. That was. I think that's the only time you met my band.
Yeah.
We might have performed live at the pit stop that weekend, so you might have been there. I think Lloyd was there. I think we did a set or two, but no, it was these sexy chicks were giving me lap dances at our bachelor party. We went to a strip joint, and then Rob, our sound guy Rod, took a turn, and they yelled at him.
Yelled at him for giving you a lap dance?
Yeah, they told him get off.
Appropriate.
Get off the room.
Appropriate.
That's like shoplifting.
Yeah. Maybe that's where that line would come from. Get a lap dance?
How would you like your poop?
I don't know.
Well, he has to have oxygen with him, so he doesn't go very far now.
Oh, well, that's it.
But we did a watch party for the film, and I took it over there a couple of months ago, and we had a good time. And I made a Treble Clef photo album. I'm huge into photo albums. I made a Treble Clef photo album, and I just found all of our stuff through our history, and it was fun to put together. That printer, it was like a toy. It was like a toy, on at Christmas. That thing, that EcoTank printer, and I would put in these like 19 by 13 paper in it, and just print these giant blocks of paper and just have to cut out all the little pictures, and put them in albums. It was fun.
Wendy was asking
Was
if
Ratchet?
Ratchet was there.
Yes, Ratchet was there. He seems like he would have been the one that given me a lap dance, but no, Rod beat him to it.
Where's Wendy from?
Wendy Lou,
Yeah, where's she from?
she's
Or
Ratchet's wife. Ratchet was our bass player with Treble Clef,
Oh, okay.
and he passed away a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's sad.
So since then, Wendy and I have become what do you call it? Comic Con buddies. We go to all the Comic Cons together.
She wasn't with us in Pensacon, though.
Yeah, she was. Not the year you were there.
No, okay.
She was there the next year, and
Who's
Lisa
that
was
with
there
us?
too.
Her lead name, Lisa.
Lisa. Lisa just disappeared.
Yeah. Really?
Can't get a hold of her. I've tried to text her or email her. She dropped off Facebook, and I worry about her because she had cancer. And she was trying to fight the cancer like herbogenically, because she was tired of the chemo and stuff. So I hope she's doing okay. But she was a good friend. I miss her. Yeah, Wendy lives in Callahan.
Where's Callahan?
Oh, what is
Halfway
it
to
about?
Hilliard.
Halfway to Hilliard. It's like a 20-minute drive.
I don't know where
Yeah.
Hilliard is.
Hilliard is, you know how Florida is shaped like a gun and we're kind of in the hammer? Well, the St. Mary's River that separates Georgia from Florida, it dips down. So it's really weird. When you're in Hilliard, the Georgia state line is west of the town because of the way the river runs south instead of west. So it's kind of an interesting place. And I went there for Randy's wedding a couple weeks ago. It was the first time I've ever gone there. And a good time was had by all. It really was. It was fun. And there was a bar, and I had like 3 different Coke and Jack and Cokes. Oh, speaking of which, our boss from the 90s, Jack Wheeler, this is a memory I have. We were at some place, a warehouse, getting like gutter metal or something. I don't know what we were doing. And some guy that worked there, this big kind of redneck guy, he looked at me and I said, I'd had a date with him last night. And we kind of nodded, huh? And he left, and I said, Jack, what was he talking about? And he's like, I don't know. And it wasn't until later that day it dawned on me I had a Jack Daniels shirt on. It's kind of like the guy with the couple with the bumper sticker that says "honk if you love Jesus," and someone honks it, and they're like, "You dumb son of a bitch!" Callahan is a very small town that nobody's heard of. Well, they've got a car show there.
I didn't know it
Hardee's.
was Florida or.
It's Florida. It's west of here, but they got a car show every month at the Hardee's, and I got to go there one time.
And the Hardee's has half-price breakfast sandwiches, or 2 for 1, and they have steak biscuits. So I almost moved to Callahan just because of that.
Well, maybe we'll have to go to the car show there, Darren, just so you can get your stuff, your fix.
I would drive there sometimes. I'm like, I need some steak biscuits. And then it finally is like, it's an hour round trip. Steak
I was about to
are
say
good. They're not that bad.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, I've been wanting steak biscuits for 25 years, so
Okay,
occasionally it's worth it.
just buy 20 of them and freeze them.
Yeah.
So
So
Cracker Barrel does.
So far, they haven't changed any guests at the MegaCon for next year. Still showing Lord of the Rings.
Those guys have got to be billionaires from all the cons that they do.
Yeah.
And that guy Sean Astin called me a goofball. He's a goofball.
He's a stupid fat hobbit. That's what you need to call
It's
him.
what you stupid fat hobbit. Yeah.
I remember him in a movie back in the 80s, I think it was called Toy Soldiers, where they're in this boys' school, private school, and some terrorists take over the school or something. It was really interesting.
Oh, I saw Toy Soldiers. It was good.
Yeah,
They foiled the spoilers. They like foiled the Russian people with like model airplanes and stuff.
Yeah.
That was neat. That was a neat movie. Darren and I used to watch it when it came out on like HBO or something. What were we saying right before the toy? What?
I don't remember that.
What were we saying right before the Toy Soldier? My memory is like
Probably
5
something about
seconds.
steak biscuits,
Steak biscuits. It was right after that though.
freezing food.
What
Yeah,
brought
you
up
got to buy
Toy
18
Soldier?
things and freeze them.
What brought up?
Sean
and I said-
Astin.
Sean
Oh,
Astin.
stupid fat hobbit.
Stupid fat hobbits. I wonder if he was just jealous because he couldn't have been he wasn't allowed to be an elf. Why else would he call somebody he doesn't even know a goofball?
They call everybody a goofball.
Yeah, but it's because people squeeze the Charmin and it pisses you off.
Yeah.
At least he didn't call you a stupid fat hobbit.
That's right.
No, I asked Grok. The first time I've actually fooled around with Grok and uploaded a picture of myself and said, "Who is this?" And they went through its little database. Oh, it could be Wilford Brimley. And so I hope that doesn't mean I have diabetes.
That's funny. Steve's not paying attention. That was funny.
I heard it.
Do you know who he is?
No.
You don't know who Wilford Brimley is.
I heard him.
He was the guy from the.
Oh, that guy. Okay, the diabetes guy. Okay.
Yeah, the guy, I think it was Cocoon. He was only like 39 years old when he was
That's the
doing all
thing,
that
yeah.
stuff, I think.
Maybe not 39, but he was like in his like late 40s or some shit. He was playing like 80.
Yeah.
Now, why does he have to change the radio station before he turns the engine on?
Looked like he just broke a button off. Oh, that was the key.
Yeah. That was before steering lock, so the key was just in random places.
I had a 75 Cadillac, and it had the old-fashioned radio with the push buttons, and you push it, and it would wind the string and change the station. And it had a find feature where you could find a radio station.
Yeah.
I never saw that on a manual one like that. So I tried it, and it just started clunking and banging and moving, and then it moved the little needle thing across until it found a station.
Yeah.
It was like, I've never
No,
seen
my
that.
Imperial had that.
And it had a
Imperial-
very... Go ahead.
It had a... Right next to the dimmer switch was like another dimmer switch, and you tap that with your foot, and it would just go to the next station. It was a seek, so it would find the next station that was actually broadcasting.
Oh, I thought you were talking about gas station.
No, the radio station. We were talking about radio, so I had not actually changed the subject.
And it
I
had
have a
very...
habit of not changing the subject, and people say, "Huh?"
Yeah, sure.
Just talk
Yeah,
about
Darren.
what you were
Darren
talking
also his car also had a very early version of cruise control, but it was a whole different pedal that you had to keep stepping on the whole time. It was like the cruise control pedal. So you had your one foot on the gas pedal, and you have your other foot on the cruise control pedal.
Was this like 1929 car?
No, I'm just trying to make a stupid joke.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what? But actually, I think that car didn't have cruise. It was that old that cruise wasn't even a standard thing for even a Cadillac back then.
Well, it was option.
But you would have thought a Cadillac would have had something, because even Corollas have cruise control as standard now. I would have thought a Cadillac would have had it as a standard feature.
The cool standard features it had is I ran over, somebody dumped a whole box of roofing simplex nails out of the back of the truck. So I ruined all 4 of my tires at once. So I went in and got 4 brand new tires, and it was like $100. And this is late '90s. And then I was giving it to my mom, so I decided to replace the starter and the master cylinder. And the starter was like $15. The master cylinder was 12. It was awesome.
She said that was the most reliable car she ever had.
Yeah, it was nice. It was kind of starting to rust, and
Oh,
we had
starting to rust. Come on.
well,
That-
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't a rust bucket, but you know how those stupid half vinyl roofs were, and what the funny thing with me because it was Jack Wheeler's our old boss. It was his brother. He lived outside Atlanta, and we kept hearing about that car, and then he was like, "You want to buy it?" He's like, "Yeah, and he's like, "The interior is gorgeous. It's beautiful, burgundy, and we were asking so." He wouldn't give us an answer what the body looked like. He kept talking about the interior, and we asked Jack's wife Tweety. We're like, "So can you tell us a little about the interior? The exterior, what the body?" She's like, "Oh, the interior is wonderful." But what's the body like? "Oh, the interior is gorgeous. There's not a single rip in the seats."
And this is before AI.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
And she was right. The interior was gorgeous. It was like a showroom car, but the exterior, it had some. In fact, my Mother's Day present to her. Do what?
It was starting to rust.
Yeah,
like
my Mother's Day present was I put some primer over a couple of the worst rust spots where it wasn't bad. I mean, it could have been fixed. I'm sure. I have got a hang up about vinyl roofs. I hate them. I just hate them. In fact, fortunately, they're not a thing anymore. But I would see. I mean, when I was looking for my Hot Wheels car a couple years ago, when I was shopping, there were so many cars I just had to rule out because they had that stupid vinyl roof. It's a muscle car with a vinyl roof. Give me a break. I mean, Plymouth shouldn't have been allowed to market that Superbird at all unless they put a vinyl roof on their gosh damn Daytona race cars. I don't know how they got away with that. Stupid bastards. And I like that car. I love Superbirds, but I would rather have a Roadrunner Tribute that's got the aftermarket nose cone and spoiler because at least it could have a slick top on it. Race car with a vinyl top. My dad had a Valiant, a 73 Valiant. It's a pretty car. It was nice. He said it was the most reliable used car he ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And one day he comes out and he had somebody slap a white vinyl roof on it. And I'm like, "It looks stupid! Stupid! It's stupid!" And I cried and went to my room. I mean, that last part was, I made that up, but it's in hindsight. Kendra says, "Yeah, I plan on keeping it forever." I think she's still talking about that about that book.
Cool.
Was it a scrapbook or something?
I think it was something like that.
My grandma has correspondence. She has letters with Truman's wife because they were friends of the family. Not Truman Capote.
She doesn't have it anymore.
Now, I told you not to throw away her letters that for Truman.
I don't think you did. You don't tell me not to throw away things until after I've already thrown them away. I'll say, "Is there anything you want?" "No." "Okay. Well, I threw this and that away." "Why'd you throw those away?"
The only thing I thought about after the fact, really, is I thought about Mom's Christmas miniatures. Like,
"Oh,
shit.
we've got those."
Oh, good. That's good. Very good.
I threw away the house.
Yeah, that thing kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
That was pretty big and bulky. You could probably make a house, or we tried to make a house, but we didn't have the skill to make small carpentry. We can make big carpentry, but when it came to doll houses, we made Mom a dollhouse for Christmas for her miniatures, and it fell apart.
Yeah, we used hot glue on it or something.
Yeah, we used hot glue. Well, we probably could have got by with hot glue if we'd have had truss boards give it something to seed against, and we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Oh, there was a thought that counted, although she probably used it against us for quite a while.
Yeah.
That's what kids are for, is to, use stuff against you.
Yeah, it's all Kendra's fault. Is she still there? I'm not on YouTube, so I can't see who's there.
She said I plan on keeping it forever, and that was a couple minutes ago. I haven't. She comments every 10 minutes or so.
Okay. So yeah, I found the miniatures. This whole one story, no basement thing, I'm still not used to it. I'm gonna have to just get rid of a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I was actually missing, or not missing, but I was like wishing I had storage space, because it's like, okay, I've got to retire this TR keyboard. Where am I going to put them? Because it's like, I don't want to throw it away, I'll find a place, but it's just like, I almost wish I had a storage place just for my guitars and keyboards and instrument. You know what I mean? Because I got them all stuffed in that tiny closet, and things are literally just on top of each other. So if I want to pull out my amplifier, I've got to pull out the mellophone and pull out all the guitars. I guess that's first world problems. Oh, hi, Clay. Clay is Claudine's son, Ratchet's brother. And Clay's son, Jared, was at Claudine's birthday party. He's the one that I showed off the Mustang to before I left.
Oh, cool.
And he was really impressed. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. We were doing kind of a surprise party, so I bring the flashiest car I have. But, I've got to drive it once a week. Yeah, they parked right next to my Mustang. I'm like, oh, well, there goes that surprise. But she said, I wasn't really the surprise. It was having Jared there and everybody. It was people she didn't expect, because I think she, me being there, I'm kind of a friend of Barb's. I mean, I'm a friend of everybody's, so it wasn't too big a deal. Never mind. Steve.
What?
What are you doing?
I was looking to find where that convention was that Wesley and Kathy were supposed to be.
Oh, it's Bartow.
Bartow, that's what I couldn't find.
Why didn't you just ask?
I didn't want to interrupt.
That's what you're here for.
Oh, okay.
We'd rather have you interrupt than not say anything at all.
Yeah.
And then, it's sometimes when I don't know, when some reason when this knob is turned
You
all
don't
the
have
way
to
up.
cry. It's okay.
Nobody knows, nobody can hear me when the knob's all. And when I turn it up this way, everybody can hear me. I just discovered that.
You just discovered your knob.
Yeah.
So all this time you were accusing us of ignoring you. It's because you're playing with your knob.
With your knob, yeah.
Yeah. knob job. Yeah.
Where's Goat's Cock? Is he still at his birthday dinner?
Goat's cock. That's disgusting.
Oh, what was the voice to text one?
Huh?
What did the voice to
He said his dinner started at 6:30. That's in 2 hours. What kind of birthday dinner lasts 2 hours?
Oh, got stuck. Yeah, Kendra was using voice to text, and it said, "I miss you. Happy birthday. Got stuck."
I saw some podcaster today that used the word self-own. And if I was like a generator or something, I would have called it cell phone. If I was like a voice to text thing, I would have said cell phone, which I think would have been funny.
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounded like when she said it. And I'm not AI. Even though, you know what? I am so glad that I'm not a robot today, because that was a pain.
Yeah.
I got to say, that was kind of the most, cumbersome Halloween episode I've done.
Yeah.
I think part of it is the way I set up the voice box. I should have just kept it on the codpiece strapped on the drum.
And you would have had to bend down, talk to your crotch when you wanted to say something into the microphone.
Because the microphone is in my helmet.
Oh, okay.
So it was just I don't know. It was just a dumb decision where I was just like, well, I don't want to put that codpiece on the drum. I'll just put the voice box on the drum. I didn't think that every time I turned right, it would fall on the floor and the batteries would scatter. And I tried the rubber bands, Tony. They just meant rubber bands scattered too. I just had more to pick up. Oh well, it was still fun, and I ended up being able to precipitate.
Precipitate. Just say precipitate.
Yeah.
We know it.
Precipitate.
It's like a lot of like airport control towers used to. They would always get trip up saying United, so they would just say untied.
Interesting. My dad drove a truck, and they had nicknames for the different trucking companies. So Certified Freight was Cornflake. There were other ones. I just can't think. If you gave me the name of a trucking company, I could probably think of a nickname for it that they had. But
the one that always sticks in my mind is that there used to be a huge company back in the 60s, even in the 70s, called Pi. It was actually
familiar.
Pacific Intermountain Express, but it just, side of the truck just said Pi.
Yeah, and I know what it was.
Round? Oh, I asked if the truck was round.
No, Pi R squared.
It wasn't just, it was just pie. There was no square.
The drivers were pie shaped. Darn.
Yeah.
And there was another company called Transcontinental, and that they called it Trash Can.
Of course, now we have Not So Swift.
We had this redneck. I worked with this redneck guy in Alabama. And he was big. Oh, you going? Oh, well, good night.
Hey, Wendy.
Thanks for hanging with us. Tell your folks, Claudine and Clay, I said hi again and good night. Whoa. So
he just rose up and disappeared.
Yeah.
Now it's like the little dot that was on that TV, that black and white TV we used to have that would.
They're here.
Yeah. So this redneck guy, he was so redneck. How redneck was he? He was so redneck that he, on his lunchbox, he had like a camo lunchbox and camo on his seat covers and everything else. And one time we were driving around, down the highway, and there was some goofy looking guy on the back of a truck painting. It was like for some truck company. I don't remember what it was. And I said, "There's your daddy." And boy, he gave me the silent treatment for like 10 minutes. And finally he broke. He couldn't do it anymore. He's like, "So the reason I hadn't been talking is because my daddy passed away, this and that and the other." I said, "It was just a joke. My daddy passed away too." And then we were fine.
God, it was starting to sound like a red bovine. Red bovine, I would keep calling him. Donna's favorite singer?
Teddy Bear. I hate that song. Was that him that did the Teddy Bear song?
Steve.
Red
I don't
Sovine.
know. What was the name of the song?
Sovine, that's it.
Red Sovine. Yeah, he did the Teddy Bear. I think that was him. It was such a smarmy, sappy song. It was this. Come on, it's. I can't consider one trucker that would. I mean, truckers. I consider them liking C.W. McCall because he was pretty cool, and he had some kind of emotional songs. But good grief, poke a hole in that guy's belly and let the sap out before he gets.
Well, he did one song I liked. It was like a Halloween song. It was about a haunted truck, and it wasn't all that sentimental. You know, it was my little boy and a little dog and a little shit. The truck was named Flapjack or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I've put out some stinkers before that I wouldn't even. But the difference is I wouldn't play them for anybody. Could you imagine coming out with some stinker and it becomes your number one song, or the one song that people want to hear? You know what's even worse is, could you imagine if that stinker that you came out with was written by somebody else and you don't even get any royalties for it? Now that would suck. But at least it would still be more success than I ever had. At least I would still be able to do some kind of revival oldies circuit tour and at least make some kind of money.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to complain.
I tell you what, though, Monster Mash, you know, our friend Deborah and her friend Bobby Boris Pickett, who was able to retire on that one damn song. That song took care of him for the rest of his life.
Must be nice. That's I call it Life's Lotto. They won Life's Lotto, and even better, he didn't become like this superstar that you see all over the Enquirer, where they're like, you know, take a picture, you pick in your nose or something. But you know, Deb knew so many people. She knew Tiny Dancer, the one Elton John made the song about. That was a friend of hers, and she was always trying to fix her up with Elton John's drummer.
That was about Tony Danza.
Yeah, hold me closer, Tony Danza. You know, I think my favorite story that has to do with her, and she's not even really in on the story. There's this woman that I played on several fun hours called Claudine Longet, and I should have
Longer, yeah.
No, not Claudine Longet. Oh, it's Margot Guryan. Was her name. Sorry, I knew it was a weird name. So it's Margot Guryan. I played her on several fun hours. I really like her, and she's cute in her little album cover. That it looked like it was just one album. And all of it, and Dev, I think it's when she was living with me, you know, for the short period of time when she was having trouble. I was playing the fun hour because I think I was working on redoing the fun hours, revamping them. And she goes, she's like, "You like Margot?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Margot?" I'm like, "Yeah, I played her quite a bit." And I didn't ask her about it. And it was later on, I think it might have been after she floofied. I'm just like, the way she said that, "You like Margot?" It's like she was someone that hung out with her that she knew. Why else would you say it like that? And I looked up Margot Guryan, and she was from Brooklyn. That's where Deb's from. So she must have hung out with this person. And I should have asked her then. I'm like, you know, Margot, I would have liked to have heard a little bit about her. It was just the way she said that. "You like Margot?" Just thought that was funny. But she got calls from like David Bowie and Prince and all these different rock stars because her husband was a big shot with Mackie. And I don't know what that had to do with anything, but yeah, she would answer the phone and be David Bowie or somebody. That's pretty cool. Kind of neat.
I love this movie because I'm in it.
And don't tell me his name. I know his name.
Me.
I know. You have to give me his name now. Damn it.
Oh, Tor Johnson.
Tor Johnson, of course.
Yeah.
Were you in that movie?
Yeah, you'll
There
see
I
him.
am.
There he is. There's Tony.
Oh, okay. They kind of look like it, don't it?
Where'd Darn go?
He just disappeared into a little dot of like fuzzy dot of light.
I
Yeah, he
collapsed
walked
into
away.
a singularity.
Oh.
Well, while you're doing the dot of light thing, I'll be right back.
There you are. Yeah, it was weird. You just sort of rose up out of the picture, and then there was just that little dot.
I had to go back to work for a little bit.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
We should. None of us should have to work.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So how much they pay you for that movie? What is he, the Munsters?
No, that is Vampira.
Oh.
That she basically inspired Elvira.
Oh, well. Those bullets ain't gonna do her any good. Or them any good.
That's their word.
She was a TV host in L.A. back in the 50s, and she would cruise around in this big old 1920s Packard, open top, this touring car, and her fans would just flag her down, and she'd sign autographs and talk to them and all that stuff. Real nice gal. And what was funny is they got her in this movie, but contractually she could appear in the movie, but she couldn't have any lines.
That's funny. Why is she not with the Screen Actors Guild or something?
I think there's some bullshit. She had a contract with a TV station, some crap bull.
Be all right if it had been a silent film or something,
Yeah, but nobody was doing that.
That's just terrible. When talkies came along, I heard that pissed off a lot of silent movie stars.
Well, they couldn't
Like
tell.
Charlie Chaplin.
So when they were grilling out in the 50s, how did they know when the burgers were done? Because they're just gray.
Yeah.
Gray when you start and gray when you finish.
Yeah.
I used to think that, I really used to think that when I was a kid, that everything was black and white on TV. So the 50s, they were black and white. How did they? Like
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. It's too humid.
So instead of bleeding red back in the 50s, they like bled chocolate syrup or something.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, right there, Vampire looks like something from like Saturday Night Live skit or Living Color skit or something.
Well, sure, because she was the original. So that's what all the parodies come from.
Looks like she's a parody of herself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather
They
look
were
at
around back then.
I'd rather look at Elvira than her.
Don't bite me.
Well, I mean,
Elvira talks back to people.
look how those UFOs look.
Yeah, those were model kits.
Yeah.
Those were model kits. People thought they were like car hubcaps and crap, but no, they were model kits. It's just that the model kit had little rocket motors on the back, and they left those off when they made them for the movie. And that is a payphone. Back then, your cell phone was like in a box on the street, and you had to walk up to it and go inside.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Somebody calls you and and they're younger than us, and you say, "It's your nickel." Start talking. They have no idea.
Yeah, not at all. Francis Faye.
Some bathrooms back in the day made you pay. I think it was a long time ago, but like
In fancier places like New York City, if you go like a hotel or some crap, they'll have an attendant there, and you're supposed to tip the son of the
you're just sitting there, handing you a towel or something.
I guess.
Yeah, or they'll spray perfume cologne on you. I said I did this last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
That I was at a Moody Blues concert in Orlando. It was the first time I ever saw the guy in the bathroom. And because I said I don't know what's more humiliating, is that you're dropping a deuce with someone just standing there in a tuxedo, or if it's more humiliating being the guy in the tuxedo. Either way, it's not. And who's the person that designed the public bathroom stalls where they have there's like a 6-inch gap between the door and the metal wall? I never understood that stuff. And you shouldn't be able to see anything like it. Why not have the doors should go all the way to the floor, and it should have like the little red and green thing to say so you don't have to look to see feet underneath the door.
Mm-hmm. But bathrooms like that where they have attendants, that's where you would hear.
How would you like your poop?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, gross.
I like my poop like I like my women, cold and bitter.
What was it?
Maybe I'm thinking of coffee.
What was it? Al Bundy said women are like dog poop. It said the older they get, the easier they are to pick up. I thought it would be, since before we get out of the bathroom humor, I thought it would be funny if I had like a public place, and people, if they weren't so uptight, I think it would have been funny to have a speaker that is like it's touchy as far as sound, and it can pick up a fart sound. So it's like if someone makes a sound like they would in a stall, all of a sudden you hear like in a different stall, and if the louder they get, it's like and then they're humiliated. They walk out, and then they find out it was just a speaker, like a robot speaker thing. I think.
Okay.
That'd be interesting. Talk about bathroom humor.
Or
It's okay, Kendra, because if we're talking about something 20 minutes ago, we've forgotten about it by now. We might just talk about it again.
Yeah, Dad and I had an idea, something similar, like an outhouse toilet. We're like have an auto speaker down there where it's like, hey, can you give me some light on Peyton down here? She said, sorry, I started watching 20 minutes after you got started, and I started watching it from the beginning, so like 20 minutes behind. So, yeah, basically what Tony said, but I wanted to elaborate on what she actually said, because I didn't know what she actually said.
I have to look into that. There's a widget for OBS where you can actually put the chat on the screen so you can see it, afterward or whatever.
It's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Oh yeah, I have seen it where the chat is on the screen here.
Yeah. Remember those Norge laundromats with a little thing? It looked just like that. Except it had the dots on it. Remember they had the dots and it said Norge.
Only thing I think of Norge is the dirigible.
Yeah.
It was the first dirigible to successfully cross the Arctic, I do believe. But I've heard someone call it the Norge, and I just think that they're wrong.
It's Norge. It's the Norwegian word for Norway.
I like Norge better.
Well, you would.
Yeah.
But they used to be a big appliance manufacturer in the United States. They used to make refrigerators and wash machines and all that stuff, and then they just kind of went.
What did you say, Darren?
I didn't say anything.
I said something about the Norge. That's a proper name, I think, is Norge.
Yeah, I think it said that on the side of the helicopters that brought the alien to the base in the thing.
It was a Norge,
and
too?
they were Norwegians too. So
I'll be right back.
Like this guy.
But were they gay?
Well, they were Norwegian.
And this is Dudley Manlove Jr.
Speaking of
And his best line in the movie is, "You stupid human, stupid."
Yeah, stupid. I think we did that in Star Trek.
Yeah.
It was Commander Richard. It was Darren. Stupid. Only I don't think it was a play on that. I think it was talking to himself. He was like, because he went in there into the wrong saucer. It's like, stupid. So yeah, it wasn't really a play on Plan 9. It was just stuff that I do all the time.
I don't think I'd seen Plan 9.
None of us have. I don't think I watched it.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, I didn't even see that stupid line until we watched it on the Vortex years later.
And yes, Mr. YouTube, it is public domain. It's the most famous public domain movie out there. See,
We
there's
do
the
need to make
laundromat thing.
Yeah, we do need to make our own director's cuts of these things, commentaries.
Yeah.
Though Molly probably won't do it because it's hard to get her to do anything.
Can you make it so that we're just shadows at the bottom of the screen?
I don't know. Like Mystery Science Theater. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what we can get away with. If I do things post-production, maybe I could do something. It's a lot of work though, but
All that to violate their copyright, probably.
well, we
The
can just
author.
put us. We can put us. We can put us in the corners. You know, on the we can put us kind of out of the way where most of the picture is. Or we could just have or we could do our intros where they see us, and then we can just have our voices like they do on the actual real director commentaries,
Right.
which is probably the best way. They don't actually need to see our faces when they're watching the movie. I want them to see the movie.
Yeah. I love this patio. It's so cool.
Yeah, you know who else
Oh,
we need to get is
isn't that Maggie Looks at Dicks?
who was that person? Who was that masked man? I watched it. Yeah, okay, I watched this.
Well, if the
He
first
might have
thing
been-
if the first thing they say is they want the Zoom link, that's trouble with a capital Q.
I don't know. It wouldn't have been funny if he was like the new Neb, if he was like the funniest person we've ever met, and he would have been
Yeah,
the
but
perfect fit for this.
the odds, the probability of that happening is 900,
probability-
300, 332 to 1.
No,
Never tell me the odds.
the probability of that happening because we closed it off to people is 100%. I mean, it's exactly what would happen.
So are you an armadillo?
You know, I'm a Triceratopsia. I don't know what they call it. This is actually from a Transforama with Judy. It was the first one I ever did with her. And Owen played my dad in the video. Like I brought a date to the dinner table, and he was asking her these complex questions like, "Where did you go to finishing school?" And she's like, what's a finishing school?" And Terry turned her into this thing, and he's like, ceratopsia in the flesh. Well done, my boy. And it was kind of neat. It said, it flashed these words that said "good timing equals good times." Transforama. It was kind of a neat way to end it. It's the only time I ever did it like that. And I came up with a new song for it that ended up being called "Rain, Love, Shine" song off the Hideaway album. But that was the actual first song that it was just a Transforama theme music that became basically it started what would become Hideaway. So that was kind of a special video to me. It was Judy's first time, and it was my first time at making a Hideaway song. Does that answer your question? What'd
You
ask
forgot
if
the
I was
question already.
I think he asked if I was Humpty Dumpty or something.
Oh, okay.
No, were you talking to me?
No.
Are you talking to me?
I don't know if you remember this, Darren. Speaking of rude Italian people, we were at Home Depot when we did our home improvement job back in the 90s, and we were in Home Depot, and there was some guy that looked like Bruno Kirby, and he had these like 2 or 3 carts blocking everything. And we said, Darren said, "Hey, do you mind moving that cart so we can get through?" And he says, "Because I'm in a good mood. Only because I'm in a good mood." I'd love to see this guy in a bad mood.
Well, if he looked like, was he like short like Bernie?
Yeah, he looked like Bruno Kirby, like 4'5".
just boot him out of the way.
I know. Well, he was getting out of the way, but
Okay.
I thought that was entertaining. What do you mean? Hey,
Poor old
I'm gonna
Bruno
send
Kirby,
you.
man.
I'm gonna send you a 5-hour energy drink, Steve, in the mail.
I think he's just feeding the dog or the cat or the kid or the.
No, he said he's bowing out early because he's tired.
Oh, don't be
He's wanting to
tired.
sleep. He said he's wanting to sleep.
Don't do that.
You're not allowed allowed to do that, Steve.
Yeah.
Especially when we are missing Goat Scott.
Yeah. He hadn't
Yeah,
come
happy
back
birthday, Mark.
from North Woods or whatever the hell he was.
That chili place.
Oh,
fucking-
Manhattan Chili.
Broadway. No. What the hell is that?
Skyline.
The Steinway. Skyline Chili. Yeah. It's like, it's people in Ohio who will admit to being from Ohio will say it's the greatest thing in the world.
I know when I hear Skyline, I think of that Aha song, Manhattan Skyline. I don't want to see your heart. That one, do you remember that one?
No.
So, Steve, if you're tired, come on back in, say goodnight to the folks, and then get out of Zoom. That's what normal people do.
It's funny, Darren, you got me into that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have both their albums.
I met some guy one time. I said, "I got all your album." I don't think he took the joke like I took it. You know,
How'd you take it?
I thought it was funny, but you know, I guess when you're the one only, you know, I don't know. It's like you be happy to have 20 people here to see you.
I bought a boombox and I was bragging to somebody about how expensive it was, and I said it cost hundreds of dollars.
Hey Steve,
Make those things.
hey Steve, can you make us a deal and just like leave when Gottschalk gets here? Of course, we're assuming he's going to come here. Well, I guess whatever.
Nah,
I'd settle for just popping back in, saying bye to the folks, and then closing Zoom.
Oh yeah, because we'll have your.
Nope.
Well, now
You
now
got
get-
half. You got half of it.
Yeah.
So what was the
Gottschalk.
best?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
What
ahead.
was the best passenger cargo airplane in history? Criteria being, it was made a long time ago, but there's still surprising numbers of them left flying around.
The
It has to be the
C5?
DC-3.
That's what I was thinking that, but I don't know much about it. So, are they still?
Oh, yeah.
Still got them?
Oh, yeah, they're still in the revenue service.
Didn't know that qualified as a plane. Mostly,
Here,
mostly
again,
those
where I
things,
don't know if you're goofing around or you're actually retarded.
those things are mostly used for like parachuters, like the
They're too big for parachutes.
civilian parachuters. They always jump. Oh shit! Are you just being retarded, or are you just pretending? Because Gary, my drummer, used to jump out of those things all the damn time.
Normally, parachutists use slightly smaller planes like Cessna, like Skywagons and stuff.
They use all sorts of shit. You know, Steve was the life of the party. Now that he's
Yeah.
gone, it's just kind of chasing our tails here.
Well, no, I mean the DC-3. They made the C-47 version during the war, and I think after the war they just stopped making them. And so it's been about 80 years, and they're still in revenue service.
So it was before the war.
Long time, yeah. They first, I think the three first flew, I think like 1936 or something like that. 34, 35.
Yeah, the Turtles had one for their like little flying bus,
Oh yeah.
and they end up having an accident in it because the wheels locked up or something.
Well, I mean things need maintenance, and if they're
Well, you know,
But-
rock people aren't going to maintain stuff.
well, that's why you hire the people who supposedly know what they're doing, even though sometimes they don't.
Well, they thought it was funny at the time. They couldn't stop laughing. They said they went spinning out in the field or did something. I don't know what they did, but
Oh, cute.
But
Yeah, I've been
they
up in
said,
DC-3 once. It was operated by the FAA to calibrate navigational aids.
well, they ended up later on. Darren ended up seeing the Turtles movie, but this part wasn't in it because it only like captured like a couple months of their life. But later on, see, they had to tour the United States in a station wagon holding a trailer, like a Dodge station wagon. And they were going up the highway, a 2-lane highway, and a semi going the opposite direction of them, coming at them, started passing another semi. And was coming right at them, and they screamed, and they straddled between the semis, Smokey and the Bandit style, because one did veer off enough where they straddled between it, and they pulled over and were throwing up and stuff. He said there was no laughing this time, like with the plane. They just really thought they were going to die.
Yeah.
That was an
I can
interesting
imagine.
story. Yeah, and there was another interesting story that would have made this story would have been really good in the movie, but like I said, it didn't cover this. This was in like '69.
Oh,
Getting toward the end of their career, they were playing a pool party for a bunch of rich people, and they were doing their songs, and these rich kids, these people, they weren't paying any attention to them. And Howard Kalin just had this nervous breakdown and went, I guess they were drinking, of course, or on drugs. He went nuts, and he started crying and throwing all the furniture into the pool. Stuff like that. I love rock and roll stories. I just
of course.
think, that stuff is just, you can't make that stuff up. I mean, it's just so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Elton John, his like grandma or, his folks had visited the United States to see him play, and he was in Vegas or somewhere, and he was whacked out of his gourd. And he was fully clothed and had his like bottle in his hand. I don't remember what happened, but he says, "I'm gonna die," and he like falls off into the pool and just floats there. And I don't remember what happened, but it was catastrophic. And his grandma says, "I guess we should probably go home now," or something like. It was.
Oh, Reginald.
Who?
Was that during a concert?
No, it was like after. It wasn't during the show. I think it was a little like Get Him to the Greek, where Russell Brand falls off and hits the pool deck. I like that. Oh, Darren finally did show me Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which was kind of the movie that one was an unofficial sequel to.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a sequel, but Forgetting Sarah Marshall, there was this guy in it that was Russell Brand, but he played this guy named Artist Snow, this rock star that was muscling in on the guy's girl. And so nothing else in Get Him to the Greek had anything to do with that movie except that character carried over. Because I guess he was the breakout star of that movie. So that kind of...
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
So that you saw it. But so Forgetting Sarah Marshall, he was in it as his character, but other than that, and the fat guy that was the main guy of it, that was his handler.
Yeah.
He was in it too, but he played a different guy.
It's a different guy.
Yeah, he was a whole different character, but he was the same actor. I don't know. It was a good movie.
Well, you saw that in the golden age of films. You would see like several actors in different movies. They'd be playing different characters, but they were all because they all had a track record of working well with each other.
It was before VHS and before all this stuff where people didn't have good enough memories to know that because they were just all white people or all black people, this and that. And then it's like, I remember that guy was in a movie. I think I saw him in a different movie, and they're like, "Really? Yeah, he was a white guy with dark hair." Yeah, I think you're right. I think he was in that different movie.
Is he the guy that was always standing and walking?
That's right.
No,
him.
that guy was an Englishman by the name of Guy Standing. And that's a real actor's name. It actually is two generations of guys. Is Guy Standing and Guy Standing Jr. And I always thought that it was some kind of joke credit because there was some guy, somebody wandered under the shot, and so they just called him guy. But no, it was a real guy.
Yeah. That sounds like a good extra name.
Oh, yeah. But like, I mean, for a big example is like Humphrey Bogart and Peter Lorre, you know, the Blueberry, and Sidney Greenstreet. They were in like 4 or 5 different movies, completely different characters. But everybody, you know, everybody liked the actors, so they wanted to see them do everything. And they could tell them apart. Yes, people back then, 50 years ago, 80 years ago, actually weren't stupid. I know it's hard to believe.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at the past with rose-colored glasses.
They were less stupid than we are now.
Yeah.
They were probably still stupid.
Yeah, I agree. So, Darren and I used to be impressed because our dad worked on the Andy Griffith Show. It's like we'd always watch the end credits and it'd say Bob Ross. And our dad would be like, yep, that was me. Now, my grandpa Lloyd worked in the Hollywood backlots. He had like a job working Bonanza, like cleaning up the horse doo-doo. No, or was it just working on sets? I don't know. It was something like he had
building sets and
building
stealing
sets.
script.
Yeah, it
I have
was
some
interesting.
scripts.
Yeah, he like I think he japped the Route 66 script or something. Did you keep that?
I wouldn't have thrown it away, but I haven't seen it, so.
Also, that guy that I like on YouTube that looks a little bit like Reuben Kincaid, he talks about things from the 70s, you know, episodes from the 70s and like the worst TV shows of 76 and all. He's an entertaining guy. Well, he did something different, and he put a poll up on his YouTube, which was our favorite monster cereal. So I commented, and I said I was excited to buy 3 of the monster cereals a few years ago, and I was disappointed to find out that they all tasted like cardboard. And I researched it and found out that they used to be made of oats, and now they're made of some manipulated corn crud. And he said same thing happened to me. So I'm not the only one.
They made him out of corn crud?
They're made out of corn crud now.
Oh, I thought when you said same thing happened to me, I thought they meant they made him out of corn crud.
No, they used to. The monster cereals used to be made out of oats.
No, I know. I understand you perfectly. That last bit where you said the same thing happened to me, meaning him, I thought,
Yeah.
they made him out of corn crud?
No, he said he had the same experience.
Ah.
We had a frozen pizza last night. It was a tombstone, and the crust is made out of potatoes.
Like you said, a Joker really is.
No, it really is. They say it's like a French fry crust because it's crispy on the outside. It wasn't bad. It was frozen pizza.
See, when I was a kid, they were made out of actual tombstones.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They're hard though. Well, you know, I started buying potato buns lately, and I thought, because I used to see the potato buns, I thought, well, are they better for you? And they're really not. They're just a little sweeter and softer. They taste like a little more like Hawaiian rolls. They're good, but you don't like buy potato rolls for. Yeah, I don't think you buy potato anything for healthy. I don't think they're healthy vegetables at all, are they?
They're not, particularly
actually,
if you cook them and then cool them down in the refrigerator for a while and then cook them again, they're healthier.
Yep.
For some weird reason.
Oh, what it is the little guys in your guts, the little bacteria guys, they like it. And it makes them happy, and it makes your guts happy.
Oh, cool.
But it's starch. It's like sugar.
Yeah. It's what's called resistant starch, which means it doesn't get absorbed by your small intestine. It passes through, and it hits your large intestine, and the little bacteria bugs in there, they go, yay!
I don't have one of those anymore. I got a little bit.
You have probably quite a bit of it left. They didn't take the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. Though I do have a friend, and they did take her whole thing. So it does happen.
Yeah.
Like she said, I joined her. Do what?
Go finish.
No, that's about it. Mom used to make a stew with beef, and it had potatoes and carrots, and it seemed like something a witch would make. I hated those nights when we'd have that.
Oh, I loved it. I still make it.
Blah. Well, I appreciate that you make it, but you don't have to like invite me over when you have stew night. Then
What's better than
I do
meat?
like your cooking though. I just that's not something I'd go out of my way for. I don't think.
What's that? You got to talk.
Potato starch.
Well, this is
Yeah,
sort
I
of a
think-
visual medium.
Potatoes aren't super healthy, but they're not as unhealthy as you would think they would be.
Yeah, we just had the discussion 5 minutes ago.
Well, I thought that vegetables would be like the way they act, like every vegetable is just like the only thing that's going to keep you alive. You know,
Well, I'm doomed.
all that rabbit food.
As long as potato chips are a vegetable, then I'm fine.
Yep, and ketchup. Not at the same time. You don't eat.
Oh, Darren, you left the ketchup in my pantry closet that was half full. I put it in the fridge. If you want it, it's probably okay. I'd never heard of ketchup getting rancid or anything.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to go bad. I don't think anything can live in that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll get it. We noticed
It's like
we
that
didn't
other
have
stuff, like the M word. Because you go to an old-fashioned diner, if you got a time machine and went into a real diner, you would see both the mustard, both the ketchup and the other thing just sitting on the tables.
Oh, mustard's delicious. It's almost.
Yes,
as
but
good as mayonnaise.
your brother has a stroke if anybody even mentions it, so I tried not to.
No, it's not. I don't have a stroke about mustard. I don't like it. I don't want it on my stuff because you can't take it off, and I hate it. It's potato salad that makes me actually gag and throw up. But I want to change the subject.
Yes, please.
Shit.
So we had that subject at the beginning.
Isn't that funny? Shit doesn't make me gag, but potato salad does. It's because I've never put that in my mouth, and in potato salad I have, and I
Right.
remember the taste
Yeah,
of it. I think that's
I mean, I have a bad habit of doing that too, of saying, "Oh, this tastes like shit," and then the question would be, "How would you know?" But
because people with an IQ above 60 can basically smell something and get an idea of how it tastes.
Yeah.
You kind of know how it. If you stepped in it, you kind of know what it would feel like. So you can probably. It's deductive reasoning and stuff like that.
So herbivore shit might taste okay because it doesn't smell too bad.
Well, I like the smell of horse poop. It smells good.
yeah,
So
I mean,
you
I
could
like wouldn't.
not-
I wouldn't have a.
So you
cologne
go
of
over
it.
to somebody's house and compliment their cooking. This tastes like horse poop.
oh, there we go.
No, I meant it in a good way.
Horse crap is kind of might be for you too. It's kind of a nostalgic smell for me. 'Cause
It
when I
is.
was
It's
little,
it reminds me of Monument when we were little kids.
or
you know.
when I was little, we had I showed you a picture of that house up there. Across the street, there were like several horse properties, and I did get to ride a little pony now and again, and so the smell kind of brings back the memories of that.
Back to
I just
Truman.
got-
Go ahead.
I just got an email from Zillow.com, and I have all these houses saved that I used to live in, and they would say, "Oh, this house now is worth." So the house when I was little, and, well, not the house I was born in because I was born in a hospital. The house I came home to as soon as I was born is now worth about $4 million.
I thought it burned
The
down
post.
when LA burned down.
This is San Francisco Bay Area, so no,
Oh, okay.
nothing can burn down there. It is much too damp. But of course, the problem is we moved away, and then that area became Silicon Valley. Thanks, Dad. Probably be a millionaire if we still lived there.
Which of the three
course, I'd
sons
have
were
to be.
you? Ernie?
Hey, Bert.
Beetlejuice.
We got to take my three sons, take some clips, and just have you dub. Hey Bert, with Ernie walking around. I think we asked him to. No, I asked him to be I tried to Facebook friend him, and he never did respond. His brother was cooler. Yeah, Ernie from My Three Sons. Well, we had the middle brother, Chip. We had him on our Wrong Channel show for an episode. He was a fun fun person. He liked airplanes too, and he liked Kansas City. So he had something for all of us to talk about.
Well, he
Kansas City
said
was
something that
weird.
I didn't know before because I only remember watching My Three Sons in first run back, 60 years ago. And so I didn't catch that their father actually worked at Lockheed, like my dad.
He's a devil. Not that your dad was, but he was.
Oh,
What were you saying, Darren, about Kansas City?
I think they did some weird shit to it just to confuse us.
What do you mean?
It was totally different. Well, normally I take the bypass, so I guess I haven't been through downtown in a long time. But it was just it didn't look like anything I remembered.
Well, I believe that highway we took that Google put us on was new, but everything else going under that main strip going under all the bridges, that was something. Dad and I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
But it was weird. I never took 71 highway like that. I think that 71 highway was new that went out of Kansas because it used to be 71 used to be Prospect. That was always the place. Oh, don't go down Prospect.
And we always ended up there.
Yo, yeah, you went and stopped at a shopping store, grocery store to buy bananas there. I thought we were going to die because I'd always heard, there's always that one street, Tony, you probably heard, there's always that one street you don't go down. And that was in Kansas City, Prospect. Oh, don't. And my dad's fire station was on Prospect. Did you know that, Darren?
No.
It was. I think it was south enough where it wasn't kind of in the ghetto, but it was. Prospect turns into 71 highway, or at least it used to back then. You remember the Green Bridges, the Noisy Bridge?
Mm-hmm.
That was Prospect. That was 71. So it all kind of changes themes. Those bridges are all gone. Everything's gone, and you can't even find. That's the part of the problem. That's a little part of the problem that when we grew up, is we're nostalgic about things, and you can't even find a picture of the truss bridges that we went over when we were kids. You can't find pictures of any because they were like maybe demolished in the 90s, and there's a lot of stuff like that, like the Loma Vista Plaza near where we lived there, and it had a big upside down brown teardrop for the plaza sign. I can't find a single picture of that anywhere. And that thing had to have been operating for 30 years, 50 years, and not no one. I guess I'm the only kid that would go taking pictures of stuff, because on Kansas City Memories, they'll put up a picture of like the 71 drive-in, or different pictures, and I'm like, well, I took that. They took my picture, because I'm the only one that took pictures of stuff.
yeah.
What else are you gonna do when you're 15? You're on the truck with your dad. You take pictures.
Oh, yeah.
That's
See,
Tony's
there's
house.
the
It's
house
worth
there.
$8 billion.
Well, it's been remodeled quite a bit. What's funny is that bump out there. See, it's a two-story house with the bedrooms on the bottom and the living room, kitchen, and dining room on the top. And that bump out there is like a powder room, just a bathroom with just a toilet and a sink. So it was obviously an afterthought. So
Is the
originally
bumps-
the top floor didn't even have a bathroom.
Is the bump still there?
I don't think so. They took the deck down, damn it. My dad built that deck by himself when he was about my age.
I wanted a deck shaped like that. In my back, and that's when I had my contractor Sean. I wanted because they actually sell the supports that make it arch out, that make it
Right.
that cant it out like that, and because they actually make supports brackets that'll make it do that. So that's what I wanted for my deck, and instead he made it straight up. Even after I told him everything I wanted, I was really kind of disappointed. But he assured me, he was like, that the way he did it was going to be much more structurally sound, and he's right. He was right. I mean, I can jump up and down on the top rail if I wanted to. I mean, it's very sound, so no worries. I mean, I think it would look prettier like that. But then again, I think that looks good on like a more mid-century house, which mine isn't. So I'm good with what I got.
Yeah, this place was originally built in 1940. Yeah, my dad added the deck there.
Oh,
There's
Josh
our
moved
Morris.
into it. The house Josh lives in Illinois, he said it was made in 1902 or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, does it still have the original wiring and plumbing?
Hope not.
I would hope not. That's what took the Pruitt's house down.
Yeah, and back then, sometimes the wire in the walls wouldn't even be insulated. It would be on insulators, like little mini insulators, like on a phone pole. It would just go.
Well, I
from,
think that the fire marshal said it was Don's ducks, his baby ducks, like
playing with matches.
No, he had wires going down to their little cage outside the thing, and I don't know if the ducks caused it by gnawing through the wire or something, but just from where it started, it looks like that's probably where it happened. And I got to say, that house had that hardy board siding, Darren. That's what saved their lives, because it smoldered all night. I mean, Tammy she smelled the smoke and came out at like midnight, and just didn't figure it was anything and went back to bed. And that guy driving by their house, it was a fireman from Kansas with his wife. He drove by and saw the flames, and he went and got everybody out at like 6 a.m. And Big Judy, she had just she had just gone to the door because the house sitter or somebody did something, and she, like 6 a.m., she went to the door and went back to bed. Meanwhile, that fire was going on. So thank goodness they got everybody out. That's the main thing, right? So, but yeah, if that was wood instead of that hardy board, that place would have gone up like a tinderbox.
That's the remodeled version of the house.
The same house?
Yep.
Now, when you
Same
lived there, did it
bones,
have
but-
that arch? Did it have that A-frame when you lived there?
No, nothing. I think that was all added.
It looks good. I mean, I like what they did.
Oh, they did a great job. It just kind of.
At least they didn't tear it down.
Yeah, because the original house, I think, is everything to that side of that A-frame, and then the rest of this on this side, I think, was pretty much all added.
I think one of the biggest shames, because I'm a sentimental fool, our Aunt
God, you're talking a
Bertha.
little bit.
Yeah, well, our Aunt Bertha was the one that had the supernatural abilities about showing addresses on her arm and stuff. She lived in this little white house that was in the back gravel parking lot of a bar called the Log Cabin, and she was a waitress there. And she babysitted us all the time. So sometimes we'd go inside the Log Cabin bar, and I remember all the tables, the chairs being stacked up on the tables and stuff. But it was a neat bar. It actually was a log cabin. And behind her house was evidently, according to her, the oldest house in Kansas City was right behind her house. It was just it was a nothing burger, but it was still. Anyway, it had a lot of great memories. So there's a trucking company next door to the place that claimed that was their land. And there was a dispute about it. Well, they had all of it torn down. So it's just a grassy field there with nothing. And even in the 90s, my mom and I drove through there. In 94, we drove there, and it was all still standing, and they had an antique store in the house that she lived in. And it was all just nice. And then just probably the next year, it was all gone. And for no reason other than them just being assholes. And it's just a field. It just pisses me off because it's, I like those places. I put it in the last page of Summer. The log cabin in the house is there. That was the scene where that girl's running down the Lori Larson. She's running down the sidewalk, Terry, and everybody's looking, and then it pans and it shows the mayor smoking in his car, looking at everybody
okay.
with glassy eyes. that was the log cabin they were all running in front of, and the White House is behind it. So I put a lot of that, and when you pan, there's a funny name they gave it. There's this huge interchange there, a freeway interchange, high speed thing. It's just right next to her place, and they had a funny name of it in the Grandview. It's like the Grandview something. They had a nickname for it because it was just such a monstrosity. I mean, it's stacked so many highways on top of each other. You being from LA, there's a couple of those there that are just like, I think like the Chips interchange where the Chips place is. Yeah. It's kind of like that where they just stack and stack and stack. And in fact, the one interchange where I actually go to my cousin's house every year is so high up, it's like being in an airplane. It's like eerie. It's so high up. Anyway, I put that there too in the film. In my kindergarten,
Lori Larson was in that.
What?
I forgot that Lori Larson was in that.
A lot of people were.
Yeah.
That was when Debbie Sanchez was in the hotel room in Vegas. And she played Flag, and she was like, apologize. I'm like louder, apologize. And I'm just like, these people in the next room, what they're thinking. Laura Larson, she was cute.
Oh yeah.
And she was funny. She hammed it up really good. I wish she was in more. I haven't heard of her in a long time, probably since the Crystal Cavern days.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I see any stuff from her on Facebook. Of course, you know how the Facebook
She used to
feed
post
is.
pictures. She would take pictures of the stars in the desert, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't get over how you got that detail of the moon, man. Just with a camera. What kind of camera?
Let me grab it. I think it's a Nikon P700. Let me grab it.
Digital SLR?
Here, let me grab the. I'll put it on the webcam here. I hate showing me. Okay. It's not working.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? It should just show the. I have it on the integrated camera.
Integration will never work.
Huh. Oh well, it's just an SLR camera.
Oh, okay. Can you like change lenses on it and all that?
No, you cannot. But I think it's just because that huge zoom. No, it's a P900. It's a Coolpix P900 Nikon. So if you look it up, you'll be able to see what it looks like. But it's got a super lens. This is the one.
That is a hell of a lens.
It is. It's like I got a big. You've seen how big my front yard is. It's huge. Mm-hmm. Well, from my window here, I was able to zoom across the street to my neighbor's house, way across the street, and look at the score on his football game on his TV.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a hell of a zoom lens. Even Salty Cracker, that's what he got for Christmas from his wife, and he was showing like a demo somebody did on a YouTube or something. It must have been her wife or somebody. They showed this woman doing cartwheels in the park, or little headstands and funny, just jumping around, being funny. Yeah. And it zooms out, and it's just like this looking at a cityscape, basically. I don't know if I have a way to show it. Can you show me the picture on your end, Tony?
Oh,
so
okay,
Darren
sure.
can see it. We're talking about the moon
that's right,
picture.
on Facebook.
I took a moon picture, Darren, the other day with my Nikon
Okay.
from the swing because it was pretty. The sky was blue and the moon was there. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of clear out tonight. I'll take a
And the
moon picture.
moon was yellow.
Yeah, and it took the blue away when I took the moon picture. It wasn't blue anymore, but the picture looked kind of cool, so I put it on the Face album book.
Yeah, that's my mom, and that's our driveway circa about 58 or so.
Yeah, it's
cool.
a '54 Chevy, and it looks like a Jaguar.
Yep. Jaguar Mark 7.
Cool.
So your dad did have good taste. He didn't always buy the little bitty.
That was the last like fancy car he ever bought. After that, it was all the little doodle bugs and the Datsuns. He loved his Datsuns.
Now, is that the one that had the automatic transmission? He didn't
Right.
like it.
That car is the reason my dad would never buy another automatic.
But I wouldn't use a European car for that because otherwise that Audi would have ruined me for automatics forever. And really, it was just that car.
Well, it was a Borg Warner automatic, but it was built by Borg Warner's subsidiary in England.
Yeah, Lucas
They
automatic.
managed to screw it up somewhere in translation, even though it was an American design.
I was looking up. Is it Monteverdi, the car?
The one with the exotic car with the Mopar power.
Yeah, there were a few of those. Yeah, I was looking. I was at my collector car magazine. I was looking at the basically a guy. He had a Ferrari in the like the mid '60s and it didn't run, so he actually went to Ferrari to figure out how to get it to run, and somehow he got to talking to the guy, and he became the first guy in Switzerland to have a Ferrari dealer after that, and he started working on them and everything, and that's basically the seeds of his Monteverdi. But yeah, that's a cool looking car. You want to look that up during sometime. But they made it from like 67 to maybe 72, 73. But it was kind of a square car, but it was really exotic. It was really nice looking.
Cool.
And it had a 440 Chrysler engine, like a Dodge engine. And it was, I don't know, it was a lot of those European. Oh, don't worry about it, Tony. It's all good. I'll show Darren next
This is
time.
when
he
you
comes out
save
here.
something and then it saves it to the back of the toilet or something. I don't know.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll show Darren when he comes over here next time. I took a moon picture, not of my butt, but of the one up in the sky.
Was it funny shape?
Unless round's funny. Well, you could show a picture of a Monteverdi instead, but.
Anyhow.
It's all good. Hey, if you allow me to screen capture, I'll try to do it.
Why would you? Users. Yeah, but I'm in the middle of attempting to do the impossible because that's the way it works. Okay, unfortunately, the camera is covering the share thing. Okay, let me go. There we go.
I think when I sang Happy Birthday, I think that scared Claudine and them away.
Almost scared me away.
Yeah.
I know, right? But you got to do it. You can't just not do it. She thought she'd get by without a happy birthday the other day. You know, you're not going to let her off that easy.
Why are people like afraid to tell people when their birthday is and all that stuff? It's like a generational thing.
There it is.
Timmy took that from Earth, not from a rocket.
Squat down more because most of the detail's on the bottom. There, see?
Oh, you really took that?
Yeah, I took that the other day from the swing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
If they had really gone there, you could have got a picture of the flag.
Okay,
Oh,
Kim
well,
Kardashian.
You know, I could have zoomed into it further, but I didn't have it on a tripod. I just had it sitting on the swing rail, and I took it. So, yeah, it's a pretty impressive camera. That's the one I told you. You don't have to. You can get back, Tony. That was the one I said. You know, you've seen how big my front yard is. From my living room window, I took a picture of the guy across the street through his window and got the score of his football game on his TV with it.
Oh, cool.
It's pretty impressive zoom. Salty Cracker got one from his wife for Christmas, and he was showing, someone on YouTube had the camera, and they showed his wife or girlfriend or whatever. It was this girl in a park, and she was doing cartwheels or just kind of flip-flops or dancing around, and panned out, and it's just like a whole city skyline. And you can't even tell where the damn park was by the time he zooms out. It was, yeah, it's known for its impressive lens. And it is a Nikon Coolpix P900. Or is it 900 or 9000? I think it's a 900. Yeah. I don't like it.
We got that scanner back in the day, and there was a picture of Heather Locklear getting out of a limo or something in some magazine.
Naked?
So I scanned it at maximum resolution, and it ended up being 80 megabytes, which was almost my whole hard drive. So I didn't get to keep it for long, but you could zoom in on her eyeball, and then you could see perfectly the photographer, his reflection in her eyeball.
That's pretty cool. There's a picture.
This was her in her prime, or
Yeah,
'cause she's
this
like
was
my
the
age now.
90s.
Yeah, because she's getting out of a limo. That'd have been in her prime.
Yeah, they don't let her in limos anymore.
There's a picture of, and this isn't that high res, but there's a picture of that video where where I was seeing Kathy, and Kathy Coleman, she didn't know it was me in the robot thing. Well, she hugged me, or she had her arms around me and was looking at me in the face, and you could see in my visor her smile, her face smiling in the visor in one of the pictures. It's just kind of cute. But there's like a 1,000 megapixels, something like that. There's a picture I had posted on Facebook before it was in Shanghai, and this is probably 6-7 years ago, and you could actually, it's a photo that you could put on, and you can just zoom and pan anywhere in this one photo. It was the most amazing thing I think I'd ever seen. You could zoom in on a skyscraper way out in the distance. A skyscraper in one of those big buildings. And you could zoom way out into it and go all the way to the observation deck, and you could see these women on top of the observation deck wearing Mickey Mouse ears. You could just zoom anywhere. You could zoom. It was the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
That was right before China was started becoming kind of a threat. And I mean, I'm talking, things were so different. In 2018, 2019, things were so different. Even AI was just silly stuff. It wasn't threatening back then. It was just silly things.
Those dark spots on the moon are lakes and oceans.
Leaks?
Yeah.
Well, no, they used to call them that. In fact, where the Apollo 11 landed was called Sea of Tranquility.
That's right.
Yep.
So what is it really?
Just the way a meteorite hit it, and it sort of blasted everything.
So what are those things that look like sparkles? Because I never noticed them before, except in my picture. It looks like there's lights, like cities with lights.
Probably just reflective stuff on there.
Oh yeah.
Or it might have been in the atmosphere too, because you're shooting through 100,000 feet of air.
It's probably snow.
Could be.
Just go find Kim Kardashian. She'll be able to talk to you.
One
It
time I
is,
zoomed.
you know, it is a pain in the butt. You can land on the moon, but just having the fuel and everything to get back out and make it back to Earth is the challenge. I've done it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in my Kerbal Space Program game.
Right. Well, that was the thing, because they used gravity as much as they could, and just use the gravity of the Earth and the moon to did like a big figure eight around the moon.
Yeah.
So they were able, and that's what took all the math, and so they had to have and they didn't have enough computing power out there, so they had to have rooms full of people just doing just addition, subtraction, multiplication, division,
Right.
but just thousands and thousands of people doing that.
If I were on that team, those astronauts would still be floating around up there probably.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is every single dot on that thing probably has a name, or named after a scientist or something.
Yeah, I think
That's
that
it.
one right. Don't know my right from my left. That right there, that's Herbie.
Herbie?
Herbie, yeah, right there.
Oh,
You know what's kind of interesting? Go ahead.
that dot next to it is a Starbucks, I think.
Yeah.
I will say this that's interesting is we kind of see the same face on the moon every time. And in Australia, you see a whole different part of the moon. You like see its butthole.
It has it upside down.
It is upside down.
And it the wedge and everything changes. It goes in the opposite direction.
It does. It's weird. You know, one of
And
the
the
weird
toilet
things.
too. When you flush the toilet, it goes the other way.
That's right. I tested it. The thing is thinking
And
about.
in Australia, you die and then a spider bites you.
Right.
It's all in the opposite order.
Yep.
When I was there, I mean, technically, yeah, they are upside down, but technically, if you're like thinking, I'm going to look at America, you'd be looking down at your crotch, basically.
Yeah.
But to me, because my mind is weird, I would be thinking that I'm looking up when I'm down there. I'm looking up, like we're at the bottom of the world, looking up, and that's where the top of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't consider myself upside down there. But I knew America was way up there on the top of the world, so I'm like, they're way up here, and I'm looking up, and that's not how it is. I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but unless I stop and think about it, I firmly believe that Greece is on the south edge of Spain. Then I stop
Really?
and think, and it's like, no, it's way to the east on the other side of
Yeah.
Italy and such. But just for some
Italy.
reason, I pictured, yeah, I still picture it being right south of Spain. I have no idea why.
I've got you beat on being wrong. For some reason, when I see a map of Europe and Africa and that area, I'm looking east. I'm not looking north. And even when I was there, it totally screwed me up. Does that make any sense? I think it's because when I first saw that stuff, I was looking at an east wall at school.
Ah.
And that's when I was looking at the Africa map and the, I think even South America. Or, when I was looking at that stuff, I was facing east when I first saw it. So to me, it's always you're not looking north. So I'm thinking that Brighton is west, or Brighton is west of England when it's actually south. So that screwed me up when I was there, because I'm like looking out at Brighton. I think I was like, I think that's France over at the over across. I think we're seeing France way over there. And Keith was like, no, that's not France. It's not nowhere near there. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. And it's because I was thinking it was south when it was west and this and that. And I was totally in the wrong part of England to be even thinking about the channel.
Mm.
So I was really stupid, and he sent me home then.
Yep.
My house, I'm always getting. I'm after 3 weeks, I'm not getting lost as much, but I'm always getting lost in here, and I think it's because my house is at an angle. Kind of, it's like a weird corner lot, and it's not facing any of the cardinal directions, I don't think, and I have no idea which way it's facing, and so, and it's not that big or anything. But you got the dining room, kitchen, and living room in the middle. And then on one side, you have the bedrooms and my office. And on the other side, you have the garage and the master. So it's not like super complicated. But if I want to go to my bedroom from my office, I have to actually think about how to get there. And I think mostly I've come to the conclusion it's because of the.
Did you
I
buy
don't
the
know what
Winchester
direction is
house?
which.
No, it's just at an angle. His house is kind of at an angle on the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's not pointing in any cardinal direction that I know of.
Oh, I was always terrible. Did you know that because of early habits, whenever I go into a grocery store, when I face a back wall, it's always west, no matter which way the grocery store is facing. So if I walk into a grocery store eastward, I'm facing west as soon as I go in. I've had that with like people's houses, different, like the Clancy's, their nice house in Raytown was like that. It would switch directions when I'd walk in. Grandma Catherine's house in Parker was like that. There were a lot of houses, Pomme de Terre, it would switch directions when I'd go down the Ross Drive about to where the houses start. It would all of a sudden go from east to south. I think it's because I was disoriented when I was a little kid and it just stuck with me. But you know, the world spins, so there's really no particular direction. Now, the place I live in here is really hard because my house is totally at an angle. It's like if you look at the front of the house, you're looking southwest.
Yeah, it's like that here too. The streets aren't lined up north, south, east, west. They're cockeyed.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I had a house in the mountains, and I was trying to install my direct TV by myself, my dish. And, you got to point the dish at a satellite, so it has to be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And you need a compass. And the only compass I had was in the car. And it just, southeast, southwest. So I just parked in the driveway and moved it around a little bit. And it's like, well, it really looks like the house is facing due south. So I just went on that assumption that the house was facing due south, the garage, and set up the dish, and it worked. So it must have really been.
No, because
You didn't have
nowadays we got technology now. You can actually just get a compass app for your phone.
Well, you didn't have any direction sense when we lived on Revere because you said that we lived on the north side of the street. And I'm like, no, we're on the east side. And you actually said, you poor confused boy.
I think we lived on the north side.
No, because you can actually goggle it now. We lived on the east side. I was right because I was wrong about a lot. I mean, I knew I had vertigo bad when I went. Like I told you, the places that I was wrong about, but I knew I was wrong about them, and I wasn't wrong about that. But yeah, this place here is so cockeyed that every time Amazon delivers a package, they go to the neighbor's house because the driveway, even Google Maps shows the neighbor's driveway as my house because everything is so cockeyed. And basically, I told Darren the rule of thumb is both of my big swings, the one in front and the one that's on the mound and back, are facing due east. And they look like they're going catty corner, like southeast, but they're not. They're due east. Everything else is just so crooked.
All right. So interesting trivia. The house on Revere is on the east. You were correct, and it's worth exactly what I paid for this house, according to Zillow.
$4.
Yep.
With a few zeros behind it.
No.
Oh, it's just worth $4.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have bought it for $4 just out of sentimental. I'm a little sentimental about Revere. That was the worst time in my life. Really, it was. So I'm kind of. The house was nice. It was nice.
All right. Well, if you want to get technical, it's kind of east by northeast.
You gotta watch that. If it's North by Northwest, then you get fucking airplanes flying at you trying to kill you.
I figure if it's not directly east or directly one thing, you can kind of make it what you want to make of it. So sometimes if I'm looking out this window of my office, sometimes it can be north. It really can be, if it's not a particular direction, it could be anything you want it to be. I could be like a Mr. Rogers, only a dinosaur, you dig? No? I don't think I'd be that good with kids. Mr. Rogers, did you watch Mr. Rogers when you were little, Darren?
Yeah.
I liked him. Did you like it? You know, he just seemed like he was, and everybody remembers him so fondly because he was always our friend. He had that talent of being able to just talk to you.
And he didn't talk down. He didn't act, he wasn't some smarmy jackass.
Yeah. He really talked like you were his friend. I think so many kids needed him.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah, but he was a hero in the war. He killed
Nobody. Didn't kill anybody.
20. He killed 25 people before the Allies finally captured him.
Yeah.
You're
No.
Tony's like, I wish. No, I like this show.
Oh, yeah. Well, to me, like I love miniatures, so the opening credit sequences hooked me.
I wanted to play with those cars so bad in that little town. Oh my gosh. They were the cool matchboxes with the skinny wheels. That's the best matchboxes. Yeah.
And, of course, the little trolley.
Billy Crystal said he had a job pushing that trolley button. But then his career went downhill and he started acting and stuff. I would have just kept doing the show. That's a cushy gig there.
Because you remember, I mean, if you look at YouTube and all that stuff now, all the kids show hosts in the old days was like Cowboy Bob and Howdy Doody. All, hey kids, and it was like if Rogers would talk to the kids normally.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. My drummer, treble clef drummer, which Darren might meet this weekend, Gary, his dad was a TV clown in Indiana. He had one of those fun club shows for the kids, and Gary would dress up as this robot that would like eat pies or get hit with pies or something, and he's embarrassed about it. John said he doesn't even talk about it. But I'm like, shit, that's right up my alley. I would have loved to have been. I think every kid would have loved to have had that job.
If the kids enjoyed it, did the kids who grew up there have fond memories of it?
I'm sure they all did.
Why be embarrassed? I mean, my God.
I don't know. It's kind of like I guess it's a little like Apology None, how we kind of figured Terry Summers' dad is a magician that can do all this fantastic stuff, but Terry just ignored it. And then it's just like Dad's stupid job that he's nerd stuff. It's just like just totally immune to it.
You can get antibiotic eye drops.
Sure,
Yeah, the doctors prescribe them. Yeah.
You seem like you're having some problems.
Who?
You, Tim.
Why? Oh, it's getting late. Am I keep blinking?
Yeah.
See, I don't know if dinosaurs had eyelids.
Let me see if this helps.
They have eyelashes. Or my birds have the prettiest eyelashes, but you got to get real close to see them.
Let me try this. Let's see if this does any different. So pay attention to me, and I will not try to do anything different.
Yeah, your eyes seem to be getting better.
It's a button that I never forget. I mean, it always defaults, and it's like enable auto eye blink or something. So it's like it screws up my eyes on the program, because this is actually normally me. So I can blink if I want. See, did I just blink? I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, a little bit. Is that based on your eyes?
Yeah, because I can look up and down and around.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's all face recognition stuffs.
Yeah, if you watch a bird go to sleep, their eyes will slowly close and then open, and then slowly close and then open. And they just keep doing that till they finally fall asleep.
We were in Palm
Other-
Beach. Did you ever like do the thing where you're about to fall asleep and then jolt? You like have a dream or you fall or something?
Yeah.
I'd always have one where I'm like in a Brady Bunch neighborhood, like going in front of the Brady Bunch house on my bicycle, and I'd fall on the bike. Not like horrible, just fall off the bike, like off the sidewalk in the yard, and that would make me jump up. And I had that, it was a reoccurring thing. And then one time in Palm de Terre, I alluded to this. Steve's not here now, but it would have made sense then. It was that Billy Idol song, "How's About a Face."
Ah,
How's About a Face? I actually kind of, for an 80s song, I kind of like it. It's okay. Like "Run to You" from Bryan Adams. It's okay. Tony says not to listen to the lyrics. But when I
well,
was...
that's most songs.
Yeah, when I was falling asleep in Palm de Terre, I had a dream. I think we were in Peculiar, like going up that road where we'd walked to Peculiar around the bend. And I remember looking at the clouds, and they just started drooping. And all of a sudden I heard a... It was the end of Eyes Without a Face. And it was just that weird synth drooping down. And that's all I heard. And it jolted me up. I mean, it wasn't a nightmare, but it was just... It freaked me out, and I like woke up. And it was... I think the light was still on. Darren was awake. And it was just like... You know, it wasn't scary, but it freaked me out enough where I woke up. And I put that in the last page of Summer. I put that where Terry was on the beach with Tracy and them, and then the clouds just started drooping down, and I had that music, and that's when the dragon came out of the water.
I
So
wonder if they did the same way that the ELO did it.
With what?
You know, a living thing.
Oh, yeah. This unplugged the... I could be if it was analog, so Darren might not know this. Yeah, he probably wouldn't know this. ELO, do you know the song "Living Thing"?
Yeah.
It starts out with a violin solo. Very dramatic, kind of a Spanish kind of a sound. Well, before that song, there was a song called "So Fine." And Jeff Lynne had a great way, at least then, of ending songs. Well, at the very end, it has this synth and these strings and everything. It's a whole ensemble, and it just goes... When it gets... So what he did is he unplugged the tape recorder and recorded it being unplugged, this analog thing. So all of the sounds drooped down until it got to the key of the next song, and it just started the next song without a gap in the album.
Cool.
And Steve plays it like that. He'll play it as a duo. He thought he discovered it, and it's like, no, it was meant to be that way, Steve. But yeah, he will play them both together. Jeff was a genius until, I don't know, he got bit by the disco bug, and then the disco thing only lasted like an album and a half, and then he just became nerdy, Jeff, and did these weird sci-fi sound, like Time was a sci-fi album where he talked like he sang like this. I don't know. I don't know what the heck happened. And then there was the uninspired Jeff, where he was just like, letter from Spain, letter. Terrible stuff. And then he became a Wilbury.
Yeah.
And then every single song he's done since 1988, being a Wilbury, or 87, every single song for the last 30 years has been the same drum beat, same tempo. It's like dirge, like donk, bonk, donk, bonk. Every single song. And
So how do you really feel?
What?
How do you really feel?
I feel disappointed because I'm actually in the video for All Right from his comeback song that was his MTV or VH1 song. They actually show me bobbing my head with some friends and I should like it, but that should be my crowning moment. But it's just like that whole album was like people have said that the Napster version of that album sounded better than the CD version. And I don't know. It's just a lot of disappointing. And I love Jeff. I mean, I think he's, like I said, he's one of my musical heroes. And I've always appreciate his like 72 to 77 stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. He got abducted by aliens and got replaced with the Wilbury Jeff. I mean, I can understand the disco thing. We all do things we regret. I just don't understand the Wilbury thing where he just never snapped out of it. He never got past that phase. After 30 years, and he knows what people liked. I don't know. ELO played the Grammys about 10, 12 years ago. The Grammy Awards. It was this Jeff and whatever minions he hired, but boy, they were good. Oh, they rocked the house. They did like Evil Woman. It's the best I ever heard that song. It made me proud to be an ELO fan because it's going to a new generation. Wow, they really did it. Wow. I'll give them that. They put on a good live show still. Well, recently he was going to do his farewell show in Hyde Park in England. It was his farewell tour and his farewell show. Well, he was in a taxi, and the taxi driver like braked or swerved to avoid an accident, and he hit his hand and like banged up his guitar hand, and he couldn't play.
Ooh.
And then he got sick at the same time, and he had to cancel his his farewell show had to be canceled. So that was
crap.
it. Yeah.
Now, who did that happen to? I think it was like Tom Petty. He was whanging away on his guitar, and he skewered his hand with the whammy bar on like a Strat.
Sounds like something that could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those freak accidents.
Yeah.
Well, when you become older, you become more vulnerable to stuff. It's like Lucy, we roughhouse. Darren would never know it with her personality, but no, when we get up on that mound out by the swing, we roughhouse, and she attacks me, and I tackle her, and we have so much fun. But when she wraps her head around my wrist, I always get little marks, or sometimes it'll bleed, and I'll say, "It's too hard, Lucy." When you get 110, it'll get even worse. Well, it's time to go, and I gotta pee. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Darn, and I hope to see you Saturday with the guys.
Sounds good.
Maybe we'll have lunch somewhere or do something fun. All right. Well, take care, Tony. Had a fun show.
All right. We'll see ya.
See ya.
Have a good night.
You too.
Night.
Bye. Thank